Hello, everybody. Welcome to SNKronize.
Year 3!
Year 3. When was officially year 3?
It was like a week or two ago, I think.
Okay,
we need to get all the calendar and everything. We need to do an actual celebration, but I mean, we're not going to actually celebrate without Kitty here. So.
Of course. Yeah. Okay.
But we are cognizant that this is a thing that has occurred.
Right. It's the start of year 3 for SNKronize. So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, KOF wasn't even out yet when we started.
Yeah.
We were talking about like Sam Show DLC and Roundtable.
That's crazy because it feels like KOF 15's been out for a while now, honestly.
Like a year and a half?
Yeah, so it's been, I mean, I guess it's been 2 seasons, right? Because everyone wants a season 3 for KOF, so...
And, you know, we were surprised pleasantly with, suddenly an update with a mechanic update, which we have a lot to talk about there. But
poor Silent Hooper.
But regardless, I mean, just getting a new mechanic seems to imply that there's still more plans for the future.
Right, yeah.
Do you kind of want to browse the patch notes, gloss over it, because most of it's pretty straightforward. A couple of characters got tweaked, Dualon was made playable, and they added a new mechanic.
Right.
And I swear it feels like making Dualon playable took more work, but...
Oh, man.
I kid. But, yeah, I mean, I'm still not convinced he's good, but he's at least not a samurai anymore, and that's really what matters.
Jesus, no more samurai tier here.
Yeah, I mean, we still have at least 1 or 2 characters down in samurai tier, so it's fine.
What the hell is happening over here?
Oh, because it's trying to open it from, like, a PDF account setting.
Are you serious?
Oh, wow.
My God.
Yeah, I've dealt with definitely some shenaneries of those sorts.
Goodness. All right, let's see.
Yeah, see if you can sabe.
Oh, it's not giving me that option right now.
Yeah. I mean, can you just auto sign in real quick? You're off screen.
I guess. God, I'm trying to remember what my Adobe password even is for this account.
Yeah, I mean, so, like, Dualon, he's at least a playable character, because, I mean, I was joking with James earlier, the whole thing about Dualon is that he wasn't allowed to play the game, because all he had was, like, hit crouching A a few times and hope you could figure it out. So the brand new mechanic is called Advanced Strike. It's like Shatter Strike, except it's a little slower, it's plus on block, but it rejects throws. So, we are experiencing technical difficulty. You know what? I will just email you the patch notes from my phone.
Jesus Christ, right?
Because Adobe sucks.
Because it's signed in with the UltraChenTV. That's like my... And I can't remember what the hell that password was. That was a long time ago.
Always a good time. Alright. Yeah. My files. Documents. Patch 2.3 PDF. Yes, this is it. I'm not trying to look at this. Yeah, okay, here we go. Can I just share? Yes.
So I can open it in an incognito window.
Of course. Because you're not, like, account tied in. Whatever, fucking good enough. Then I'll have to send you shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
So stupid. Alright,
Make sure to let me know what beer you go grab, so I can see if I have to judge you or not.
I can't.
Because I like beer.
Get rid of this panel over here.
Yeah, because that's just the scrolly page you want. It's okay.
Alright, fine.
Alrighty.
Be that way. Okay.
Alright, so let's go to the top here. We're just going to look at the patch notes for this patch, because there's not too much, but some of it's really worth discussing.
Right.
Alright, story. Fix an issue where sometimes a cutscene wasn't playing. Oops. We should probably put that up there on the screen for people.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Couldn't hurt.
God, that's right.
Is that feasible?
Let me try, actually. This is the
It's not the desktop you're looking for.
No, I'm trying to see if I can do the other desktop. It's been a while since we've been doing this. So,
you know what? Just bring it over to that screen and I'll just read it from my phone.
Hang on a second. I think... let's see. Display. It should be this one. There we go.
Hey!
There we go. All right. Okay.
Other resolved minor issues. Sure. Apparently there were some bugs that they don't want to talk about. All right,
Right, exactly.
All right.
Thanks for the detail.
Added advanced strike. So yeah, down to back, both heavies, quarter circle back CD,
Right.
if you will. And yeah, like I said, it's kind of like Shatter Strike, except it's slower, it's plus on block, and it rejects throws. And when it rejects a throw, it does it the way like Perfect Parry does in Street Fighter 6, where time fucking stops, and they're not allowed to do anything, and they just fucking die.
Right. Well, I see. Okay, gotcha. So basically, if you activate it and they try to throw you, you don't come out with a normal. Is there like a throw with animation?
Oh no, you are stuck in like frame 1 of your normal instead, because there's no regular whiff throw. But then you're still locked in place and you get like instantly hit by the strike.
Okay.
If you hit with a advanced strike raw, it is the same as like a CD, like a hard knockdown. You can't juggle off it, except for juggle anywhere kind of moves. And most characters don't even recover in time to do anything, even if they could, unless it's like anti-air. If you get the throw counter, it turns into a crumple.
Right. Okay.
And then one thing they don't tell you is any combo, be it, juggle anywhere, be it, if you get the crumple, any combo off of Advanced Strike is immediately nerfed down to 50% damage starting.
50? Wow.
Yeah, so they don't want you to cash out too hard for getting away with...
the crumple off of the throw, basically. The throw counter.
Yeah, we'll talk a little more Advanced Strike in a minute. Shatter Strike nerfed it by increasing its combo scaling.
Right, I saw someone talk about it was like 85% now or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Because it used to be that if you connected a Shatter Strike raw, you got 100% damage.
Right. Okay.
It was not a hit basically, and so now it drops you down to 85%, which
that's significant compared to before, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's raw Shatter Strike, which wasn't the most prolific thing, right?
Yeah, or like, you still have to have a lot of presence of mind for it anywhere. Like if you get the wall bounce versus airborne versus if you get the crumple, shit like that. There's a lot that goes on with it.
It scales supers, except supers have a minimum scaling, right? So basically.
So basically that'll just drop you down to minimum super damage.
Right, yeah.
But so you want to combo off it if you can, just to get a few more hits of damage, kind of thing.
And position, and you're set up for safe jumps or Oki or whatever. So.
Some people actually already found that Janae just off of a raw advanced strike just gets a safe jump.
Oh, so you just do it and you do it
forward? No, you do it, you do crouching heavy punch, I think it is, and then you jump forward at the safe jump. Right. It's like exactly where you need it.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of characters that probably have something like that people will find out.
Yeah. Okay. But so this is only counted for raw Shatter Strike. Comboing into Shatter Strike is exactly the same, which was already like 75%.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Made command input window consistent with other quarter circle forward moves, so it doesn't have higher priority or lower priority than some moves anymore. Changed it so that you won't accidentally get SSMs instead of Shatter Strike, or climaxes essentially.
Right. But I mean, is it the same buttons, right, for climax and for Shatter Strike? Yeah. So that's interesting.
So because it's down, back, down, forward, both heavies for climax.
Right.
So sometimes like someone would go for one and get the other, or vice versa.
Right, but I mean, you can't. I mean, that's weird, because if you make Shatter Strike higher priority, wouldn't that prevent you from ever doing climax? So there's something
there's like a gray area on where those line
right, exactly. So there's something that they did here.
Yeah, no, so I think it was more like if you did like down, back, down to forward, you were getting the climax instead of Shatter Strike, instead of doing down to back to down.
Yeah, okay.
Something like that. Shatter Strike frame data is now consistent across the board for all characters, which means that they actually had to change like active frame timing and stuff for a few characters, including, Darlie.
Hey, you know what? Isla, they had to do it too. She's top tier, so, she's on the opposite end of Darlie. Poor Darlie.
Okay, so this one's actually kind of a big one because it's them realizing ramifications of things.
Right, and this was funny because this is the So the anywhere juggle properties could combo after Shatter Strikes. And I found that with Rio's a long time ago.
Yeah, where it would look like he'd fall to the ground and then just get picked up really awkwardly.
And I was like, this is weird. Like, this is not a juggle state because, like, nothing else could hit. So what? So I was right. It was a glitch, basically. Yeah.
Well, so he's not the only character that's affected by this. And I posted a video about it. Elizabeth was one character who could Shatter Strike, Raw Max, and then go into her Anywhere Juggle level 1 Super and then do all sorts. And my thinking is that they didn't want people to get away with murder if they did the Advanced Strike Crumple, Raw Max, get a combo.
Right, yeah.
So they had to change how some of these work to not allow that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, with Rio's, at least it was the EX Zenret skin, so you couldn't cancel it into a super. But for Elizabeth that you posted, I mean, she just gets the
1, 2,
super
3.
into the juggle, right? 1, 2, 3, right there.
So it's kind of like a passive nerf, but it's also like, man, if you were doing that, you probably were just kind of doing the win more, or it was panic for swag. It's not like it's actually good. But if everyone's dropped down to a minimum 50% damage, and then you pop a level 1, 2, 3,
right? Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that doubles down with the ramifications of Advanced Strike and how it works anyway, because there's a lot to talk about. Okay. Kyo, fixed Shatter Strike being janky. All right, cool.
Right.
Andy fixed something where the move wasn't catching right. Cool. Fixed bug jank. All right, cool.
Right. All of this mostly is just
Yuri,
bug fixes.
big friend, fix bug jank.
Right.
Whatever. Because she was ignoring like damage scaling on some of her combos because jank.
Right. Yamazaki.
Which I actually forgot. I had reported one of those.
Oh, really?
I had a consistent one to do a long ass combo and then like do her. It's the air demon flip throw juggle anywhere, and it was doing like, it was doing like 10 or 20% more damage than it should have.
Okay, gotcha.
Yamazaki, for some reason, his command grab input was harder and more strict than other characters, so they fixed it. Whatever.
Right.
Nakaru inadvertently having triple jumps was a bug. They fixed it.
I mean, she needed it.
I mean, kinda.
Is it a problem, or oh well, whatever.
Darley's unblockable Hammer of Death now ignores armor, guard point, and counter.
Yeah.
That's really cute for a move you're never gonna fucking use.
Right. Like, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the buff, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, let's not make characters good. Let's just fix their cute stuff. We got the Alex fixes going on.
Oh, the Yamazaki change was for the stomp, not the command grab.
Oh, is it stomp? Oh yeah, actually no, that makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
But yeah, but it's the same input. That half circle back forward is usually a command grab, and it's technically an OTG grab.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good point. And actually, yeah, I do remember that one actually being a little janky sometimes. So that makes sense. Okay, Najd. Far Heavy Punch is now cancelable. That's actually really good.
I mean, I saw someone say that now combos into drop kick. So
drop kick's godlike. So
right. Yeah.
This is actually really nice. It's also really good for some of her Rekkas.
Okay.
And because she's got kind of the weird spacing on close and far heavy punch on when which one works, because close is a multi-hitting.
I mean, she's not considered weak or anything, right?
Yeah, she's just middle of the road.
Right, yeah, okay.
But we did see FKing user, which is fucking amazing.
Okay.
Actually, one of the characters FKing users.
Nice.
All right, Crouching Heavy Punch has a longer cancel window. That's nice, I guess. I don't think it's like a life-changing.
Right.
Blade of Purity. This is her Rekka. So her heavy Rekka is only just one hit. It's like a big fireball.
Okay.
It's like a budget Kakosho. And they just changed where all the hits and total damage are.
Okay, so it was multiple hitting though.
Yeah, it's a multi-hitting.
It's a multi-hitting move. Okay.
Unleashed Soul Heavy Punch version. That's her Air Psycho Crusher stuff.
Okay.
So Heavy Punch is the dive kick version, and for some reason it was significantly worse than the others. So they brought it in line with the others.
Oh, okay.
Anticipated Power is if I recall correctly, that's her capture state grab. So the EX version, it's a juggle anywhere. So they made the hitbox a little bigger so it works as a juggle anywhere better.
Okay.
All right, cool. Circling Rotation.
In the air.
Increase the command input window when super canceling from Unleashed Soul. If you do Air Psycho Crusher and Air Super, it's a little easier.
Okay.
Because it was pretty tight.
And that was all the changes except for
Dualon, who has the entire rest of the patch notes and is longer than the rest of the patch notes combined.
Yes.
Because he was so bad. And the funny thing is, I was talking with Azzy, who's another Dualon fan, and we're both like, honestly, one or two of these changes would have brought him out of Samurai tier. So they gave him all this because they weren't sure.
Well, so, I mean, that's the question, though. I mean, how does he feel? And you know, is this character good enough now to potentially be usable in tournaments? I mean, obviously, we'll talk about this later on, but this is like a month and a half away from SWC, from the World Championships.
Do I think anyone is going to suddenly use him at the finals? No.
Okay.
He's not that good. Will he eventually evolve into a character people actually fucking play? Maybe. Like, if we're real lucky, he got buffed all the way to almost where Genitz is, and still nobody plays him.
Right, yeah. Okay.
People play Genitz because they want to. Like, there's like one or two players who sometimes play him that are actually great players. But yeah, alright, so let's talk about what he got. Close Light Punch is actually a 4-frame now, bringing him in line with everyone else. Far Light Punch is now cancelable into command normals, which is phenomenal.
Right.
Because with that in mind, he's now a character who can do 4 lights into a command normal, which is kind of hot.
So does that combo into forward B then?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so he can do, it's stand A, stand B, crouch A, stand A, 6B.
Okay.
So bringing him in line with like Vanessa, who can do stupid shit like that.
Right.
All right. Far Heavy Punch, reduced total recovery, and that's like his fucking giant reaching for you kind of punch.
Okay.
So it's a better poke now. All right, cool. Crouching Heavy Punch. I don't care what you say, that button still sucks. Bigger hitbox, reduced hurtbox, reduced recovery. I tried to anti or something in training and it still was bad. I was like, well, shit.
Okay, all right. It says, what do you think about people putting Genitz in like A tier or higher?
They're nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Genitz is good, but he's like B plus A minus.
Okay.
He's nowhere near the level of dumb of every character in that tier list around him.
Right.
I don't buy it. Genitz is good, but he is not like, he's nowhere near what people used to think Geese was.
Oh, right.
People have finally come around that Geese is incredible, but yeah, no, like there is no universe where I think that Genitz is like objectively as good as Mary.
Right, okay.
I think that's an easy way to put it. Is he as good as Mary? No. And Genitz has unwinnable matchups.
Like what?
Okay, let's put this out there real quick. If you're an idiot and you play Genitz on point, and you run into a point Hydern, you have already lost that round.
Really? It's that bad, huh?
Genitz without meter cannot fight Hydern. End statement.
What does Hydern do?
Have better zoning, better ability to run away, better mobility, and better damage without meter.
Okay.
Genitz's whole shtick is that he's a pretty good zoner who hits like a fucking moose if he gets a clean hit.
Okay.
And if he doesn't do either of those things, he sucks.
Right. So if he can't zone out Hydern because Hydern zones better.
And because also Genitz being a pillar character, he has dead zones.
Oh.
So if you just sit at the end of the screen and hold back, he has to come to you. And Hydern is basically Guile. That's what Hydern wants you to do.
Right, yeah.
And then they're both big-ass characters, and he actually has, cross-ups. Genitz doesn't. Right, Genitz has a jumping B, but it's not fucking Hydern's jump C.
Okay.
The fucking, Anyways, moving on.
Far standing heavy kick.
It's 2 frames faster, which is fine. It's good. It's a poke. It's a big, heavy poke.
Got it.
Making it 9 frames. That's actually kind of nice. Okay. It's not incredible. It's just nice. Okay. Jumping light kick, bigger hitbox. Full jump light kick can now cross up.
Oh.
Okay. It's not like an incredible one, but he has it.
Okay.
Nice. He has some situations now where he gets Oki and just gets to hold up forward, and it's an ambiguous cross up.
Okay.
Sweet. Jump CD is active longer and smaller hurt box. Jump CD is a better fucking button now. Cool.
Get mookin.
Change startup from 12 to 10 frames. This is 6B.
Oh, okay.
Doing this made it so that lights can cancel it.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's actually a significant change then.
Yeah.
That plus the
Yeah, and the main
far stand A being.
I'm sorry. No, I am incorrect. I am incorrect. That's actually the underground kick. That's the underground kick.
Oh, okay.
Because now you can cancel from 6B into the underground kick.
Oh,
reliably.
Okay.
So now he gets light confirms into underground kick.
Right.
Because you can't do 6B into the Rekkas reliably.
Right. Okay.
All right. Air Genmuken, which is okay. Never mind. I need to fix all of this shit. I am talking incorrectly.
Okay.
Genmuken is stretchy limb. That's a little faster. Whoop-de-doo.
That's the 6A?
Yeah, 6A.
Okay.
So 6A and EX6A are a little faster.
Right,
Which is kind of meaningless.
Okay.
Whatever. Air Genmuken reduce hurt box, so you can actually poke with it a little bit better.
Right, okay.
Air Genmukyaku normal reduce hurt box.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense because Ken is punch and Kaku's kick. Right.
Yes. So air stretchy leg reduced hurt box, air stretchy leg reduced hurt box, and reduced knockback distance. So he actually gets better shenanigans
from that's off of the air EX version of the stretchy kick.
And because the EX one is the nature of it, it autocorrects. So if you jump over someone and do stretchy leg, you actually get the cross up.
Oh, whoa.
Because he'll turn around and do it.
Interesting.
And so having reduced knockback means that he actually can do things out of it.
Right. So he gets at least a decent Oki, right?
So. No, combo.
Oh, he gets combo on it now. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, Hiekyak is... which one is that one 6B? Reduced hurt box? I don't fucking remember.
Let me see.
I think that one might be 6B.
Is this the right game here? Yes, this is. So what's the game move called?
Hiekyaku.
That's 6B.
Yeah, 6B. Okay, 6B. Reduced hurt box and better recovery frame. So if you just throw it out and poke, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Genmukyaku. This is the floor underground kick.
Okay, Genmukaku is DP plus kick.
Yeah, it's the underground kick.
Okay.
Faster startup, so we can combo it off of 6B.
Mm-hmm.
More hit stop on hit and block. Increased super cancel window, which is actually important.
Mm-hmm.
And power gauge now, more meter on hit and block.
They just buffed this all around, basically.
In tiny ways, but there's a reason, and we'll get to it. Heavy kick version, more hit stop, better super cancel window, better on hit and block. All right, cool. Shakijuru is Rekka.
Is quarter forward punch.
Rekka.
Yes.
Reduce recovery if you just do the first hit.
Oh,
so
okay.
He's less unsafe.
So you can kind of poke with it, basically.
No, he's still unsafe, just less
okay.
so. He went from like -12 to -8 or something.
So even range, if you try to do it at range, it's not going to work. Okay.
It's still just a Rekka. It's still unsafe.
Okay.
But it's just not you lose. It's ouch.
Right.
Juon Shikong is the
quarter circle back plus punch.
The fireball.
Okay.
Increased active frames, which means as a slow ass fireball, that means it travels further.
Right. Yes.
And does better meter on hit and block. All right, cool. Juon Shikon EX. So EX fireball now can cancel into Himokyak, which means he can now cancel it into forward teleport dash. This is the buff that everyone's excited about.
Okay,
Not just that he's playable now; he can do cool shit.
Because now he's got like potential Oki mix-ups and stuff like that.
Oh, and they're kind of graphic. I love it.
That's a good word to describe.
And if you've seen, my bug video, that was because I was labbing this setup.
Oh,
I do a fireball, I teleport through you, and then I do advanced strike. What kind of bullshit can I make you have to contend with? And then silly shit started happening, and I was like, oh boy.
Like, I broke the game!
Hiden Genmu Bakutoshikon is his rushdown super.
Yes.
The one where he just like drives into you and explodes.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Increased forward charging speed means it runs faster.
And so does it combo better off of certain things, or?
The underground kick. By underground kick having more hit stop and operating faster, and this traveling faster, he can now do full screen underground kick and super cancel it into this, and it always works.
Wow, from full screen.
Full screen.
Dang. Now wait, does underground kick track?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
The EX one I think tracks, and then light and heavy, they're a lot like Dolores's pillars.
Okay, gotcha. So, in other words, the light one's not the full screen one, but at max range if it hits.
No, the heavy one. The heavy one's nearly full screen, if not basically full screen.
Oh, because heavy one does also have the increased hit
Yes.
stop. Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Okay, and then Hiden Genmu Onryo Heki is his spooky, scary ghost scale super.
Did the super usually have bad base damage? That's what Error was
Oh, yeah.
saying. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Dualon's base damage is ass.
Oh, okay. So
It's because he's meant to, like, mix you up and hit you a lot of times.
Right.
His base damage has always been shit.
Okay.
Anyway, so the last one, his reversal super went from 10 frame startup to 7 frame startup. You know, good quality of life.
Right.
But the main shit is that, like, 6B can actually do things.
And
And
he has
so
combos off
he
of
has,
lights
he has
now.
real light confirms into 6B into, like, teleport kick, the underground kick, which means now he has Oki from light confirms. That alone is nice, and then, you know, now he has a cross-up button that's meterless, which means he actually can do things with his Oki.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing him. The thing is that no matter how much they've buffed him, like, I'm still not really convinced that he can be played anchor, and he's a very meter-hungry character, so I'm like, I want to put him second. My team, as it's structured right now, can't afford to put somebody else second.
Right. Okay.
So
I mean,
I'm going to
is
be
that where you
fiddle
put Mary, or do you put Mary at anchor still?
I put Mary on anchor because I'm lazy.
Okay. Who do you have at second then? Genitz?
Genitz.
Okay.
And Genitz has the same problem. I don't trust him on anchor, but he needs meter.
Right. So, I mean, the interesting thing is, like, I mean, outside of, like, Kula, you know, a long time ago, who are considered really strong point characters in this game?
There's a lot. Kyo is way up there.
Okay.
Geese.
Oh, Geese.
Mary. Mary is actually a very strong point character.
Huh.
And actually, her buffs actually made her better at being point.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, she's really good. And a lot of the, like, other top tiers can be anywhere.
Okay.
So it's, you know, to taste.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of my characters. Oh yeah, K-Dash wants to be front loaded. Well, K-Dash can go anywhere, really, because K-Dash has the benefits too of, like, you know, yeah, I don't have meter, but neither do you.
Right.
And so he can do really oppressive stuff on point because you don't have answers.
Right.
But on the other hand, K-Dash on anchor is, oh, I touched you?
You die. Yeah. Okay.
Combo video time.
Isla can go anywhere. Yeah, that makes sense.
Isla can go fucking
makes
anywhere.
sense,
Because she's not meter hungry. She's, oh, cool, I have meter, time to burn it for damage.
So why not just play 3 characters that can go anywhere? Because
I want to play who I want to play.
Right. 1, you want to play who you want to play, and then 2, I mean, some characters as anchor are just so strong as anchor. So, like,
which is, I think, one of the biggest things they've done over the patching of the past year is try to circumvent that.
Right.
Nobody is a glaring anchor.
Right. I mean, before, like, when Cronin was busted, it's like he just deleted you when he had meter, so you had to put him on anchor in a way. So
yeah, I think right now the strongest character in anchor position who is known primarily for being anchor is probably Chizuru.
Chizuru.
Yeah, you don't want to front load Chizuru.
Yeah.
She wants her meter both for her neutral and for damage to lock people out of stuff, etc.
Okay.
But in terms of characters that are, like, basically dedicated anchors, she's probably the strongest one. Everyone else is kind of like just flex. You can just go wherever.
Interesting. Okay. So the whole, I mean, outside of hi, I need meter, so I can't really be point. Most characters can kind of just go wherever you feel like it a little bit more than before.
That's definitely true. Like, so it's not just trying to remove people from anchor. It's trying to normalize them that you can put people more wherever they want to be.
Right.
But there are still going to be. It's a fighting game. You can't perfectly balance everything for everything.
Of course.
So there are some characters who are going to lean in certain directions over others.
Okay.
And again, like, Geese is a super strong point. Not necessarily on the fact that he doesn't need his anchor damage, but because you won't have answers.
Right.
He is a ludicrously good point character because he has really good meterless stuff, and he can crank out damage when he wants
and if he goes for a counter and he's wrong, he's not going to get murdered.
Pretty much.
Right, yeah.
So
obviously, if he's an anchor and you're fighting somebody else and you miss a counter, you could basically die.
That's why a lot of people don't bother using counters, because the risk reward isn't as high. I'm down, Nerf Hydrant. I still cannot believe. So, by the way, in case you didn't see, myself and Kitty teamed up with Rome, and we were in Vegas a week ago, and we commentated the SNK qualifier there.
Right, at the HyperX Arena.
At the HyperX Arena in Luxor. I could not believe that entire weekend I didn't see one hydrant. I was baffled.
Okay.
Because I still think that character is fucking stupid.
Okay.
And I could not believe I didn't see a single hydrant the whole weekend. So, I don't get it. But, because, yeah, I'm totally on board. Nerf hydrant. I do think he needs to be toned out.
I know your favorite. I know Hydrant's your favorite, so.
I mean, he's got the problem like Billy Kane does, where it's just like, I really like you as a character, but if I never have to fight you again, that's fine.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
But anyway, so this advanced strike, I'm just gonna come out and say it. That shit's kind of scrubby. And it definitely feels like SNK wanted to have their own drive impact.
Right.
It kind of just, like, it's not that it's super good, but it is very, like, glue eating. I want to give Scrubs a new toy that they can just mash out with no consequence.
Yeah, it's like I said, poor Silent Hooper, right? Because he literally wrote the tweet where he was like, hey, if people hate, like, get a Grand Blue 66L, that's plus on block. They hate Drive Rush and, play KOF. It has none of these kind of moves.
Willed into existence.
Yeah, and then 2 days later.
Yeah, and wasn't like Rooflemonger one other person who said like almost the same fucking thing
Did
too?
he? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
like,
see.
There's been a couple of people who have like, yeah, we don't have a scrubby mechanic.
Right. Oh man.
Like, it's just definitely one of those, like, it is meant for people who don't like losing to mash wake up throw, but are completely fine with using it.
Right.
And they don't feel like they have answers for a lot of situations, newer players who aren't gonna lab out, how to get around mashing throw on wake up and stuff like that. And it's just something, sometimes you can just throw it out in neutral for very little risk. You can roll through it, sure, but your reactions have to be really on point to do that, or you're just making a big-ass guess. And if you have learned anything from decades of KOF, it's guessing a roll is a bad fucking idea.
Right, because you can die really badly.
Die real bad for one bad roll.
Right, yeah. I mean...
And why is it half a bar to use and refunds half a bar even on block?
That part I don't understand.
And it's plus on block.
That part I don't understand why it refunds even on block. Like, getting plus on block should be the reward for spending half the bar, but you literally get everything back.
Look,
right?
I'm going to be honest. Like, if you wanted to make it plus on block and not refund it, you can make it a little more plus. It's only like plus 1 or 2.
Okay.
Which is enough.
Right, yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, like...
and by the way, it does as much guard crush as a raw CD.
Right. Because that's one of the things they showed in the video.
Yeah, which is less than Shatter Strike.
Okay. But, I mean,
Sup,
like,
Rune?
I see this move, and, like, it works against super throws.
Yep.
So, part of me feels like it kind of nerfs grapplers a little bit.
A little. But not egregiously, and it depends on the grappler too. Like, it definitely hits some grapplers harder than others.
Okay.
Like Shermie, I think it's hit a little harder with it in terms of being grappler, but Shermie's kit doesn't rely exclusively on her grabs.
If she does that little flip kick thing,
that's a hit anyway.
That's
it's on
a
block.
hit, right? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, so that doesn't count. Okay.
So yeah, her only command grab, it loses to it free.
Okay.
But, the thing is, you have characters like Clark who have an armored grab that if you just do it late, you win. And the Frankensteiner, I've definitely seen them miss each other. Like it doesn't trigger the throw protection, but he's invincible enough that the advanced strike goes through him and nothing happens.
I mean, AG42 says it hits Clark and Oyashiro.
It depends
badly.
on who is guessing.
Okay,
is really what it comes down to. Because, like, Oyash, yeah, if you do the half circle back forward light punch, the normal fast command grab, yeah, he fucking dies. If you do half circle forward punch, which is a 15 frame fully invincible startup throw, you can shit all over it.
Okay. But and plus another thing is Clark's DP plus kick is gonna beat it because but does it not?
That's
count
Frankensteiner.
Right.
That's the one. No, so they nerfed that a year ago to keep it grounded.
Right. It's grounded. So
But yeah, that's the one I said. I've seen them whip through each other.
Okay.
Like nothing happened.
Gotcha. Okay.
But also Yash has a couple of other answers, not the least of which being his leaping air throw super,
Right.
because Advanced Strike cannot answer air to ground throws.
Right. The one thing about this that I find is look, the mechanic is fine. Like, let's try it out. Let's see how it works. I mean, we had the Wowdy crazy video that was
Of them just mashing them against each other.
Benny Hill kind of stuff going on. Someone even added the Benny Hill music to it and stuff like that. Whatever. That's not really realistic. There's no reason for people to actually do that, right? The question, though, is that I feel like this changes a lot of the rhythm of the game, right? Like, things that you're used to doing, like now in the middle of, like you can actually attack, and then just throw it out there, and then people, kind of like as a shimmy kind of thing, they detect you not hitting, and so they try to throw you, and then they just basically get killed by it, or, you can, since it can absorb armor and stuff, like I feel like that there's a potential for it to change a little bit of the pace, the rhythm of the game, right?
I mean, there are ways where that might be good. Like, do you see my Kyo video? So I did like a typical Kyo string as Advanced Strike was starting, and it gave me enough time to react and go into Kyo's Heavy Rekka, which has armor, tank the hit, and then get the full punish.
Right, yeah. Okay, okay.
I think there's a lot of ways. Like, I mean, sometimes I'll do it with like Mary against Dinosaur. If I wake up mashing C to try to throw, but he did, the heavy command grab with the armor. I react to the armor hits and then go into a different move and circumvent the throw. There's a lot of ways that can still happen.
Right. So obviously, there's a lot of things that you can do around it. The main point I'm trying to make is this is 1 month and a week before SWC, before the SNK World Championships. They released a new mechanic and buffed a character a month before the World Championships.
So let's get the good out of the way first.
Okay.
All qualifiers are complete. Except for the last chance qualifier.
Right.
So it's like we at least don't have the problem of, there's a qual in 2 weeks, get fucked.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, like a whole month, like we've definitely had worse tournament standard than that. Now we're done. That's the good.
Yeah,
You have these people who are qualifying based on, the past year of experience with the patch, or literally past 6 months. They know exactly where the game is, what they're playing, what they're doing, what they're training around. With a month left and no tournaments to compete in, just training up a top point, you're suddenly saying, hey, guess what? We're throwing a fucking wrench in.
Right,
And that's really dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, I just imagine, like, I'm surprised I haven't heard more people being, like, really upset about this.
Well, in all fairness, a large percentage of the people who are qualified don't speak English. I don't know how, like, China and Japan are reacting.
Right, yeah. Okay. I mean, that's just the thing. And again, like I said, I am not talking about if the thing is good or bad or whatever. I'm just talking about regardless, because 1, it could introduce bugs we don't know. 2, there's definitely maybe an option select or some kind of weird tactic that we haven't figured out that can use it, right? Or, oh my gosh, this works really good in this situation here. And it's like, I feel like it has the potential to mess a lot of things up. And that's just the thing, is I can imagine if Capcom put out a patch that added a new mechanic 1 month before Capcom Cup, and Tekken did this, and NRS did this, like, people would be getting super mad. And so, like, I'm really surprised that I haven't seen a lot of people upset about this.
I mean, and again, like, the only people that I've really, like, seen complaining about it are commentators. I haven't seen any player, but again, I don't follow every single player in every single region on Twitter. I don't know how they feel, but I know like Rome is like, are you guys sure about this?
Right.
You and I are like, you sure about this?
Like I don't want to be like negative, but it's a bad idea. Like why not? I mean, like you said, it feels like with this new mechanic that it ratcheted the probability of a season 3 significantly higher, right? Because clearly they're still working on the game and stuff like that. And if that's the case, why not just wait until the World Championships is over and then be like, here's a brand new mechanic for season 3, you know? It's just...
Or I mean, if I was the one in charge, it probably would have been like, we want you to know we are announcing these mechanics, we're updating the balance and everything. We ain't touching the game until finals.
Right, yeah.
The patch will come out the day after finals.
Right, exactly.
Oh no. This is that month gap basically ensures that they're going to run the patched version.
Yeah.
Like if they weren't running the patched version, they would have to announce that now.
Yep.
Because you then have to give all the players time to revert their versioning. Oops.
Right.
That's not gonna fucking happen.
So yeah, no, for sure they're gonna play the updated.
Okay, in all fairness, does USA actually have any qualifiers in the event?
I don't
think we do. I think they are Mexico players who qualified at US events. Oh, we have one. Sick. Yeah, we do have one.
Okay. Who's the one? Core values, huh? Okay.
It's an excellent username, I might add. Just go to Rome's page. I think Rome retweeted the region count. Someone posted the region count. It might have been Incross, actually. I just
actually want to see the player names, but yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just do it this way then.
At Lunar Bound, that's when core values qualify. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Rome might have retweeted stuff.
Let's see.
Or posted them himself, because I know he's been putting in work on that.
Right. He's playing a lot of Eunice right now, it looks like.
Well, I mean, if Evo's anything to go off, it's KOF is anime, so we all play anime games.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, the character chart. Yeah, I love the character chart.
He has a character chart. Might as well bring this up, at some point. So.
Which, he does admit there's a typo in it.
Yeah.
But even so, I'm just going to say it out loud. I can't believe there's 2 dinosaurs. People want to talk that good shit about Dino sucks. There's 2 of them.
Right. Yeah, I don't see anything about the region, so we'll worry about that.
I think it might have been in-cross.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
I'll see if I can find it real quick.
Wait, what are you talking about, Game Genie? Oh, did I call it Unist, or what did I call? Oh, I did. Okay. Uni 2, yeah. Hardest thing about calling it Uni 2 is that it's awkward to say.
I'm calling it Toonie now.
Toonie? Like, honestly, even Uniclair was easier to say, I feel like, than Uni 2.
I mean, the thing is, I never was okay with that, because I just looked at that and I just think of, like, infomercials for CLR.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Calcium,
everybody was making that joke when it came out.
I could do. I could never take the title seriously.
Yeah, I mean, we could just call it Ciceless, honestly, so, but, yeah, what is with, I mean, honestly, me and my friend have, for years, made fun of Japanese games for coming up with the craziest names, Like, I'll never forget Ephemeral Fantasia. It's just like that's the
metal.
Yeah, that's the name of a game, and it's just like crazy. So
I'm still.
Oh wait, Uni 2 actually triggers a Twitch cheer. There's actually a default emote that's just Uni 2. Are you serious? So if I type that in the chat right now, is that gonna do it? Oh my God, there it is. Oh my, it's a cheer, and you can't cheer in your own channel. Oh my God. Well, I accidentally just baited everybody into cheering on my channel. I think everybody should test that out. Type Uni 2 in the chat. No, I was kidding. Oops. Sorry, guys.
Oh, because it's
it's a unicorn
and then a number.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Wow, that's...
Good job.
I really appreciate the developers of Under Night at this point.
Man. Anyways,
so yeah, it's very risky, but you know, I mean, the thing is, like, it feels like there's an element where people just want to see cool shit, and sometimes you have to make mistakes just to get that cool shit. I'm not saying it's a good decision,
right? Yeah,
but it just feels like just, you know, if we put the mechanic out now, then they'll use it at finals, and we can show it off.
Right. I mean, that's just, it's so irritating.
There's no such thing as bad publicity, James.
I know, but it's just like, you know, I mean, we have to understand, you know, the concept of, I mean, Shanghai will win, but there's always second, third, and fourth place, right? So, I mean, come on.
I mean, it's not like Shanghai has never bled. So, Shanghai's got a top 3.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just like, at this point in time, like, okay, let's show it off at finals, right? But someone's got to explain to them, if you're trying to make, like, this esport thing out of it, you can't do that.
Yeah.
It changes the way you have to approach these kind of things, so...
Hey, but you know what? I mean, SNK just can't have a World Finals without some flub.
Right? I mean, the thing about it is, right, I mean, obviously the mechanic, like I said, I don't care about the quality of the mechanic, right? And I don't care if people don't think it's particularly game-changing right now. In a month, we have no idea what this mechanic can end up doing, right? Like, you know.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to say it right now. I don't think people are being nasty enough labbing setups.
Right.
Like, the fact that I found something that I think is actually really grimy in the first 10 minutes. I'm really, like, curious. Yeah, like, so one of the first videos I posted, it was literally using one of Mary's old anti-throw setups, and then just throwing Advanced Strike in instead.
Right.
And it turns into a meaty Advanced Strike that still beats throws. Which means she's plus on block while you're in the corner.
Right,
which means you're probably fucked.
Right, so in other words, you can't wake up DP, you can't wake up throw, you have to take it, and then she's plus, so now she gets a free plus mix-up on you.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is try to reversal roll.
Yeah,
basically.
and it basically turns it into like when Angel does her EX Stomp setups. Are you going to reset and get like that frame perfect roll to get out on what fundamentally is going to boil down to a guess?
Right,
Or are you going to block and get unblocked? Well, what's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. It's just such a weird decision. And yeah, obviously, I think what they're trying to do is probably make it so that the finals are a little wilder, so like it'll look more exciting or something.
Like devil's advocate.
Right.
You know, this might prevent us from seeing quite so many mirrors. And like that might be good for especially like the viewer experience who aren't us.
Why wouldn't it? Why would it take out mirrors?
Well, because like let's say this mechanic is powerful enough, it throws a wrench in things, and like some character that wasn't as top tier is now more likely to get played. Now it jumbles up a lot more potential elements.
Right.
That might be good for other viewers.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You know, because you know it's not like I mean it depends on like you know if you're gonna watch KOF for the finals because you know fucking like I'm gonna watch Capcom Cup. I haven't watched a fucking Street Fighter 6 event in like 7 months.
Right. Yeah.
I'll probably watch Capcom Cup.
Right.
There might be people who see KOF that way and they watch this like the fuck's going on? This kind of rad.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that's probably what they're hoping for.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's interesting because consistency in results and like strategies is always better for players than it is for viewers, right? This is basically the 3 out of 5 versus 2 out of 3 argument, right? All the players want 3 out of 5. It's better for the viewers to have 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
You know, for several reasons.
I mean, like, as you know, an obvious KOF fan, God, Evo a year and a half ago was ass because Grand Finals was amazing.
Right.
That was ass.
Because it was just Cronin,
Janae, Kula.
Right.
Both teams.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, for KOF, you don't want 3 out of 5, but we're talking about all these other games, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing about it is, it's just like, Yeah, I mean, obviously, but again, you gotta make it consistent for the players right now. I mean, it has to be. It has to be, and I think it's actually just kind of I don't know. It's a weird decision. Like I said, I mean, yeah,
it's risky.
Yeah, the choice is probably they want chaos in a way, or at least a little bit of chaos.
And I'm just gonna say the last time we had someone in leadership who decided to deliberately sow chaos in their fighting game, we hate him.
Are you talking about the round smooth sphere and?
No, I'm saying deliberately making AE Yoon top tier.
Oh, no, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, same conversation. Yes, it is.
Just I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, making this because fighting games are better with peaks and valleys. No one wants a smooth sphere, is what he basically said. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, it's just it's tough for the players. But again, if the players aren't complaining and they're just going to be like, whatever, let's just get used to this, then who am I to say anything, right? So whatever at that point.
I mean, we'll see what the perspective is when we get there. And, I hope that at least, I hope that the players are like, look, we're fine with it. This is cool. Don't do this next time.
Right, yeah.
The SNK, when Fatal Fury comes out, that they don't pull this shit again.
Right, because, I mean, remember, the NRS fans got mad at, like, MK9 and Injustice
10.
and 10. Because they were patching that game, like, every month. Dude.
Yeah, it was like, hey, CEO's in 3 days. Let's patch the game dramatically.
Well, CEO was in 2 weeks. Let's release Tanya, and it ends up she's broken.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about Tanya. It was one of the other, like, balance patches instead. So, yeah.
Yeah, so,
I mean, at least it's a month gap. I still remember, what was it? It was Combo Breaker decided to, like, allow someone that had only been around for, like, 2 weeks.
Right.
And I was like, that seems like a bit much.
He patched it while people were driving the Combo Breaker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tekken and Leroy right before EVO Japan. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then the craziest thing is that we have less majors now than we did then.
Yeah, it's true.
Find a schedule.
Oh my God, 7 Leroys, I think it was.
I mean, not like Sam Show was any better.
Oh yeah, Genjuro in the first year, yeah.
Genjuro
exactly.
at Evo.
I mean, the crazy thing about Genjuro at Evo was very clear right when the game came out that like this character's kind of good. Like it wasn't even hard to figure that out. So.
Yeah, that game was out for like 24 hours and Genjuro was top 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So people are always like, say my Genjuro. What does that even mean, dude? Like, how is that even a like anything to try to...
Literally Vanilla Sagat.
Yeah, he was ridiculous, dude. He was ridiculous, so... I
still do remember, though, like, a month or two later, the debate of, is Shizumaru better? Yes! Genjuro's just easy.
Right, yeah. Oh, man. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Kyoshiro was.
Oh, that's right.
Bad.
That's right.
The true samurai tier.
Yeah, but at least we found out it was because the what is it the battle.
We don't know. We don't know about that.
Oh really?
We don't know about that.
Okay.
Fuck it. I don't care. So there was definitely a particular person who was working on the game who was a Samurai Showdown fan and played Kyoshiro in previous games.
Right, yeah.
And so was overly cautious by letting his own main be good.
Right, yeah.
That's why he was so bad.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say about the topic.
Right. Because I know, that's like happened in kind of other situations before. I know there's another example of that. I can't remember. I know there's the examples of the opposite, such as Dante and Virgil. Right, Dante and Virgil were big examples of that in Marvel, is because the person in charge of them was just the biggest Devil May Cry fanboy. So he's like, I'm gonna make sure these characters can do everything in the goddamn planet, and give Dante extra special moves so that he has 7,000 different options. Oh man.
Well, so the thing is, like, there's a very different thing between like the overall balance and then the design balance.
Right.
Those are two different things. And the fact is, with everything that was handed to Dante and Virgil, how do you nerf that character to be fair?
Right. I mean, the thing about it is, like, honestly, like,
MVCI Dante was still top tier.
I think that's what he means. Yeah,
like at least at the launch of the game.
Right. I mean, Gun Super into tag was just like the dump.
Fuck the Gun Super. Fucking Rain, the jumping heavy punch.
Oh
that pointed down
into
tag.
Yeah.
You have a need meter.
I mean, honestly, a lot of the times in old fighting games, you assign different people to different character designs. I forgot which game it was, but there was one game that I was told about that you could just clearly see it in the characters.
Like a design philosophy.
Yeah, well, not even just philosophy. It was just like some characters were just, for some reason, just like really plain and like not very interesting, whereas other characters were like super fascinating. I can't remember what game that was. Was it 3S? Was that? I don't remember. Yeah, maybe not for this story, but it's happened before. And
I mean, I imagine that happening with like the indie fighting games that got traction. Like I can imagine like there's someone at French Bread that actually has probably a story like that.
This. Yeah. I mean, there's just again, there's so many characters that it's hard to have like one guy in charge of the whole entire thing.
I mean, in a similar fashion, Pokemon design is apparently this way. Like you have just different designers just fucking throw shit out there and see what works. And like there's one designer in particular who is just celebrated because she doesn't miss. Like 10 of the top 30 most beloved new Pokemon in the past decade are like all from the same woman. They're like, she's a fucking champion.
Is that her name right there?
No, Tinkaton is just my favorite new Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Tinkaton is godlike.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, it's the woman who designed Mimikyu.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah,
apparently has like this phenomenal track record.
Because Mimikyu was like the most like precious thing ever, right? I mean, Jesus. Oh my God. I mean, the craziest thing is I still remember like when Seth talked about, I mean, I'm sure this was NDA, I don't know, whatever. But like when they rebalanced from Vanilla 4 to Super 4, different people were in charge of the balances, and so some of them were actually like,
dude, if she's the one who made Tinkaton, then yeah, perfect track record.
Yeah.
Tinkaton is actually dethroned and is actually my favorite Pokemon now. I love her so much.
Yeah, but I mean, the super thing, like he said, that there were some people who were like really like, all right, let's dig into this. How do we balance it? And there was just some people like,
yeah. Well, I
mean,
make
this stronger. And
isn't that also what happened with Ultra? Because there was another team shift.
Well, Ultra, yeah, but I know like Combo Fiend had a lot of approval process with a lot of that stuff.
Man, so, still gave T-Hawk a gun.
Right, yeah. That's right. Tinkaton, huh?
Yeah. I love her so much. My little murder muffin.
What is it a giant hammer?
Yes. It's a cute little, like, fairy gremlin with a giant hammer that she forged herself. And that's the third evolution form, by the way. Like, that's the Blastoise, like, final third form. I love her so much. I actually bought the plush of her.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to buy more shit of her soon. I need her.
This thing, huh?
So no, the hammer is not made out of Corviknight. I mean, parts of it may be, but a large portion of the hammer is actually made out of Bisharps.
So what are the other forms of Tinkaton?
There is, you start at Tink Tink. And then Tinkatuff. Yeah, so that's Tink Tink, the baby one in the bottom middle there.
Oh, this one here.
That's the baby one, and then the top right is the middle form.
Right, yeah. Okay. So this is the first, this is the second.
Yeah, so this is a brand new one. This is a brand new one from Scarlet and Violet.
Jesus.
Which, by the way, Scarlet and Violet is my favorite Pokemon game. That happened. Yeah, Hinako I think does need help. But on the other hand, if Hinako stays a little on the weak side, that's fine, because I'm fine with characters paying for their fucking crimes from previous games. Like, I think Billy's allowed to get out of jail now, but Hinako still has to pay for O2UM.
Oh my God. O2UM was 21 years ago, dude. Oh, UM. Sorry.
Also, yeah. O2UM is the last game she was in.
Right. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, like, the performance issues suck, some of the bugs suck, but the total package of Scarlet and Violet's phenomenal. It literally is my favorite Pokemon game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her so much. My little murder muffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but O2UM, she's a clear top 5. And like it's one of those like
I mean, that's why Giuna had all those videos of him just getting destroyed by her.
She's that character that like she actually fluctuates right on the line of S and A plus tier.
Right now, really?
In
in
O2UM.
O2UM, yeah, okay.
She's
okay,
fucking
okay.
bullshit.
Okay.
But she's clearly not the best character in the game, which is actually horrifying.
Right.
I think
But
she's number 4.
In 15, she's but she's not bad, right?
She's like mid low.
Okay.
She has some struggles. Her big thing is that she's got really stubby limbs and then has to actually be like a tanky grappler.
Right.
It's
So-
like just literally imagine if you had to play Honda, but you didn't have headbutt and you were Lily size.
Right. I mean,
It doesn't work.
I mean, Lily also has a headbutt kind of too in Condor Spire, but oh man. But
And yes, Hinako is adorable.
actually, since we're talking about kind of tiers a little bit here, I'm gonna jump to
Yes,
Rome's.
please.
So again, this is a chart put together by Rome.
Rome himself.
I'm just putting the image out here, but all credit goes to Romulus, Rome, for making this, basically. But this is the character usage of all the qualifiers outside of the LCQ winner, right?
Yeah, once LCQ happens, and I think this is actually before Frosties.
Is this? No, I thought this was...
Does this include Frosties?
After... So 30 out of 32. Yeah, you're right. This is before.
No, it's after. Because 2 is the LCQ.
Oh, there's 2 qualifiers in LCQ.
I think there's 2 slots in the LCQ.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, this is fully updated with one exception that there's a typo.
Yeah, and actually this was on Monday anyway.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah,
So this is the fully updated.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, I think did this fix the typo? It did not fix the typo.
No.
Okay.
The typo was that dinosaurs. There's only 2.
There's 2 dinosaurs, not 3. Which still, that is 2 more than I expected.
Right. But of course, Isla 11.
11 Islas.
Oh man, but I mean, to be fair, at least there's 32 qualifiers, so it's only a third of the players using Isla.
Now, also, I'd like to point out here.
Score plays all SNK games, right?
Score is like, I think Score mostly known for being a KOF player.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Now, I'd also like to point out, though, that some of these were before people really dug into Isla's fucking good.
Right, yeah.
So don't be surprised if the actual finals has like 20-something Islas.
Right, yeah. She just ended up becoming so strong.
Because she's universal. She is super, super stable in everything she does.
Yeah, I was introduced to Score by Samurai Showdown. Because he qualified for the SWC... at the Frosty that I commentated with Tubo for top 8. Score, that was the one that Score won. So, but 9...
and that's the thing, I didn't even know he played Grand Blue.
Dang, 9 Benny Marus,
Yeah.
huh?
No, Benny has been fully accepted as good.
Okay. And then-
Benny is, I believe, top 10, like, objectively, and maybe higher.
And now Geese, everybody says that Geese is strong.
There are people arguing Geese being the best character in the game, and I think they're silly, but there are people who say it.
Right.
And then Rio.
Who just hits like a truck now and is just...
super fundamentally strong.
Right. Now, this is interesting. I mean, you were saying that there weren't that many Chizurus outside of F-Kang, and people were saying, but there's 5, so she's actually one of the higher represented characters in here. I mean, there's only
tied
4,
with Sylvie.
Yeah, there's only 4 characters above her, so interesting that, Sylvie and Chizuru are both there. Like, are they both considered strong characters?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's just that one of them takes a bit more work and nuance.
That's Chizuru, right? Because she also has like the mirror super and all that stuff like that, right?
Well, and I mean, just even just playing footsies with her is a whole different game.
Right, yes. I remember that.
Yeah.
When we played in the beta, I was like, I don't know what's happening with this character.
Chizuru is probably the number 1 character I wish I could gel with. I just can't wrap my head around playing her right.
Yeah.
I really want to keep working at it.
Yeah, she was very weird. I remember when I was
Sylvie's
playing her.
Sylvie's actually incredible. I finally got to fight a good Sylvie, and I was like, oh god, what do I do? Why is everything safe?
But then Iori, Clark, and Shune, because he got all those buffs, he's actually here now.
He's got fucking Marvel air dashes and shit now.
Yeah.
He's pretty spooky.
He's crazier than he was before,
Yeah.
so yeah, okay.
Yeah, also Sylvie has like a real DP and has like really irritating everything, really.
But, so
She's
Iori's
good.
just been good then.
He's just fucking Iori, yeah.
And Clark is always just Clark, basically, right? Yeah.
Kyo, so only 3 Kyos. That's because everyone lost faith in him.
I'm gonna
But
switch over here just so people could see the girl.
little princess. So I was actually talking with Rome about this, and while Rome was talking to people at the Vegas event, like the players, and looking at like Twitter and communications and Discord and all that, apparently after that event, there are a lot of people who said, "Okay, I've changed my mind. I do believe in Kyo again."
Oh, interesting. Okay,
People were super doomer about Kyo, and now he's back on the rise.
Okay.
Stonks.
Gotcha.
You know, no, Kyo is fucking nasty.
Right. Now, I remember Dolores got buffed, right? So,
brought back up to like level, and people are starting to play her again.
I mean, Rock is still good, right?
Rock's incredible.
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't know if you saw, there was one of the fights there that it was almost an OCV, and then Rock Howard entered the screen and won.
Brought it back, yeah.
And won the first comeback round with the install super.
Oh no, yeah.
And then ran a train on the rest of the set because installed Rock is like arguably the best character in the game.
Right, yeah, okay. But interesting enough, so we've got 3 Yamazakis.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Is Yamazaki at that level right now? Okay. So Yamazaki,
he's in that like A tier. He's pretty darn good, but not that many people play him, and that means that you don't know the matchup.
Yeah, that's always one of those that don't know the matchup is a powerful thing. Which is why I'm sorry to change the topic to Street Fighter here, but a lot of people are saying that. I mean, so at Frosty Faustings, in case you didn't hear, Zangief got 3rd place. And he bodied a lot of people. So a lot of people are saying at Capcom Cup, Snake Eyes might actually do a lot better than people think because Snake Eyes doesn't go to events. He even hides his username when he plays online and stuff like that. So yeah, and when he streams, he blocks out his username. So you actually can't like find him and stuff like that.
You know what the great thing about that is?
What's that?
The fucking stream vultures can't fucking harvest his shit for YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the real thing. That's the tech right there.
So, but I mean, like, yeah, having a character that people aren't aware of how to fight is a good way to get some good wins. So, but only 2 Marys, interesting. And wow, we actually have Rugals.
It happens.
Okay, and of course, Dinosaur is supposed to be down here as well.
And one of the Marys is Tamago.
Oh, okay. And then
I believe.
Okay, so we have all the characters that are in 1. We've also got Maiden-kun.
One Genitz.
1 Genitz.
And 1 Vanessa. Yeah. I actually didn't catch the Vanessa.
1 Ash, 1 Vanessa, 1 Robert. Wow, even an Antonov. Yuri. Chris made it here. Okay.
That might be Sua's then, instead of Vanilla Chris.
Oh, right. Okay.
I mean, because there is a Vanilla Chris there too. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. My Vanilla Chris.
Kukri's fine.
Whip.
This is not an event. This is every character and how many times that character has qualified for the SWC finals.
Right. So again, a lot of the people early on probably have changed teams or might even have completely different teams.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of a guesstimate of what.
Chris is Laic. Okay.
Okay. So this is just a guesstimate basically right now. So.
Or who earned their way there. It doesn't mean that we're going to see these characters.
Yeah, Whip,
most of them will.
This is
Oyash.
Yeah, okay.
1 Nako.
Get it, and Naj. And then the Zero Crew. How is Luang in the Zero Crew? Isn't she like super good?
She got some stuff taken away, a little bit toned down, and it's once people learned how to fight her and they realized where certain other power was, it was whatever.
So they did nerf her at one point.
Yeah, they toned her down a bit.
Okay. After when she came out that one time and was like...
Yeah, no, Whip's fantastic. It's just that she's got shitty matchups and it's kind of janky.
Right.
And she basically has to be point.
God, there's no Bogards. Oh my god, none of the Bogards made it.
Yeah, they're too honest.
Yeah, King, Leona, Ralph, Billy, of course. Again...
Ramon could theoretically have made it.
Really?
Ramon's not terrible.
Okay. Angel... Yeah, I was surprised by Bijane, right?
Dude, and again, it's Janae did not get shot. She got toned down. She's still better than she was when she launched. She's just not top tier anymore.
Right, she's not free. Now you just have to be a character specialist.
Yeah,
to
you
make
actually
it work.
have to want to play her rather than picking a top tier. And that's the difference.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I'd say at least half of those 0 characters are actually completely viable.
And so what, did Gato never get rebuffed or something like that? Or
Not in the ways that people who play top tiers want.
Gotcha.
That's all it comes down to.
And Cronin got... Did he get shot or...
More like a,
some people,
like a baseball bat.
Someone was saying like he also lost like his light confirms into big damage and stuff, so...
Yeah, he got a baseball bat to the knees. Like, he definitely got hit harder than some of the other top tiers, which is fine. I mean, but people call him unplayable, and I'm like, that's not the word.
But I mean, isn't Liz supposed to be good too, or no? Okay.
Nah, she lost most of her sauce.
Okay, Maxima, Shermie, Darley. God, why is
Shingo?
Shingo, that's what it is. Yeah, Hinako, and of course Dulon and Kim Kapwan.
Yeah, because also let's just say it out loud. Most of season 2 is bad.
Right.
Naj is there literally because F. Kang said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try." Like, it's really what it comes down
And
to.
Naj wasn't bad, right?
She's not bad.
She's not samurai tier,
No.
right? So yeah.
No, but
exactly.
she's like explicitly the middle tier.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
She's fine, but like she does benefit from you don't know the matchup, and if I get one clean hit, you're fucked for no resources.
But again, this is the representations of the players who their main team was when they qualified. Out of the 30 players who have qualified for SWC, and a lot of these players could have changed characters at this point because meta shifted. Like you said, it might not be a surprise if we see 20 Islas out of the 30-some
and like
players.
10 Kios instead of 3.
Right,
you know?
Exactly. So, definitely a possibility.
And then again, also, depending on how the next week or two shake out with Advanced Strike, we might see more Marys.
Or, yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so things can definitely change before, obviously before SWC. So that's going to be an interesting one. But I mean, again, like it would suck for SNK if it did happen that like Evo was like 900 Cronins the one year, and then if they go to SWC and it's just 900 Islas, like that'll be kind of annoying, right? So
yeah, and it's so funny because Isla's not crazy. She's just too fundamentally sound in every way. She has no weaknesses.
Right. And it's crazy because at least, I mean, if it was obviously I wanted to play Isla with the 6K hop around all over the place kind of thing. Even if it was like that, it would be kind of interesting, right? But right now, she's like the epitome of the KOF character. She's got a really good jump CD. She's got good pokes on the ground. She's got good confirms, et cetera, et cetera.
She has a taco kick.
Yeah, she has it. So it's not like she's doing anything exceptional, weird, you know what I mean? She's just stronger at being the KOF thing that you need than anyone else right now. So.
Yeah, and I mean, also upholding the grand tradition of the rival being better than the
That's
pro
right,
tag.
yeah. Right.
The grand tradition.
What are all the other ones? So Ioria was always better than Kyo, right?
And then tier-wise and character design-wise.
Fair. So K-Dash was the hero, and the rival was... Kula. Oh, that's right. Kula was the rival. Okay. And then Ash was the main pro tag, right? With Elizabeth. And Elizabeth was better than Kula? Better than Ash, I'm sorry?
I mean, I think everyone here can agree that Elizabeth is better than Ash.
Okay.
Like, I'm not like we can joke about the tiers, and there are games where she's really good.
Right.
But I think most of this game is actually one of the only times she's been clearly better than him.
Oh, okay. What's up, Sharky? By the way, Sharky, fellow classic Tetris World commentator.
Outstanding.
So yeah, this last year was the first time we went to a 3-man grand finals commentary. And it was fire, dude. It was great. So it was like me, Chris Tang, and Sharky, all three of us on the grand finals, and it was for the whole top 8. It was great. I loved it. So, alrighty.
Yeah. No, tier-wise, Ash is traditionally better than Liz, but also it's because they spent 3 games trying to figure out how to make Liz a playable character rather than 2 functions. Like, I love 11. and I like Elizabeth. 11 Liz is fucking boring.
Oh, man.
Okay. But, yeah.
So now Isla. Well, at least Shune is decently strong. Like we said, there's 4 Shunes in there. So.
I mean, there's a part...
Because, I mean, Shune was shitty in 15 for the longest of time, right?
Well, and he also spent most of 14 not very good until he got buffed to top tier, and they made him pay for his crimes.
Right. Like, literally, the things that made him strong, they were like, let's not give him any of those, right? So, oh, man. Okay.
I mean, he's another one. Part of me wants to pick him up just because, I play Marvel, so I want to air dash.
Right? I mean, as much as I hate his character design, even when I first was messing with all the characters, I was like, he's kind of interesting. It's just that they were scared. You could tell they were scared, and then they got unscared, and so now he's probably in that position where he's actually pretty fascinating to use.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, so...
But, yeah, so, I mean, we'll just close it out with stop fucking updating your game before World Finals.
Yeah.
The risk does not outweigh, like, the reward kind of thing.
Right.
Like, it's just not there.
It's just, I mean, the trickiest part is when you're a company and you're running this, like, fighting game esports kind of thing like that, obviously, there has to be some kind of concept of, making sure the viewers are entertained and stuff like that. But the players are the one that's going to be bringing you the entertainment, right? And we're not big enough. Like, if you're the NBA or if you're hockey, you're like, we're changing this rule. Suck it. You know what I mean? And the viewers already give you a ton of money. Though?
Even then, most of the time that happens between seasons.
Right. You're right. Not a month before the playoffs, right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God. But, I mean, the point being is that, we're small enough that goodwill for the players is very important, so...
Yeah, now, the thing is, though, is that I was thinking about this earlier. One of the things that we've always loved about SNK, like, and anyone who's been in, like, SNK communities long enough knows that they're experimental. They're willing to try shit. And there's a lot of times where that kind of wild shit pays off. Like, how they've implemented supers, rolling mechanics, dodging, these character designs, their fashion. But then, by the same token, with all those risks, there's also a ton of times where, are you fucking stupid?
Right, yeah.
You know what? Like, I love it, but the Hyper 64 was not worth investing in.
Right, yeah.
Or, like... SNK, Neo Geo, had the strongest competitor the Game Boy ever had.
Neo Geo Pocket Color, right? Yeah.
And it still was, like, less than 10% of the market.
Right, yeah,
And, like, they're in that weird gap where they either should have abandoned ship and cut their losses or leaned harder into it.
Right.
But they did exactly the middle. Or, like, Sega. Everything Sega did from, like, 95 to 2005 is an example of, are you fucking stupid?
Right, yeah.
I'm always kind of torn because I've always loved SNK for their willingness to take risks and experiment. But sometimes those risks are just fucking stupid.
Well, also another thing, too, is it might just also be that the higher-ups at SNK are just not used to the concept of esports right now. Because the thing about it is, honestly, a video game company and a company making an esports, a game played in an esport, they have to have such different mentalities. I always talk about the time that, I went to that University of Advanced Tech and I got to give the lecture to students there. And it was about esports and how you have to be concerned. When you design a game for esports, you have to think about different things.
Yeah.
And, and so,
because you have, like, 4 completely divergent audiences.
Right, yeah. I mean, because, again, making a game so that it's clear that people watching it know what's going on is important, right? So, I mean, honestly, that's why I've always loved Killer Instinct adding the punish message on the screen. And now for Street Fighter 6, we have the punish counter.
And KOF 15 has a punish prompt.
And so for those games, I never have to question it, right? Like, I still think, despite how good the game is right now and apparently how well it's being received, that Tekken is lacking so far behind on actually having combo meters and punish counters, punish messages, and and things like that on the screen, you know?
While I typically would agree with you, and in fundamental, the thing is that Tekken has the benefit of you can watch it with your brain off like MMA. Like, it's a much easier one to just take as two people fighting and not a game. Like, the way it's visually represented.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Like, part of me loves watching Tekken because I have no idea how to play it.
Right, okay. Yeah.
So I think there's an argument to be made of like treating it like pro wrestling or MMA, where it's not a video game, it's two dudes actually beating the shit out of each other. I don't need fucking Batman Arkham Asylum prompts.
Right. Well, yeah, so the Tekken life bar doesn't drain. Yeah, they're all one long bar, but the idea is that combo meters create hype.
Yeah,
right?
like that motherfucker got to 12.
Right. I mean, again, everybody was mad about the Guilty Gear Strive combo meter at first. Mm-hmm. Nobody sees it now, right? Like, and right?
Also, don't forget that the biggest, most competitively played fighting game asterisk in the world, besides Street Fighter, is Smash.
Right.
You know what Smash doesn't fucking have? Any of that.
Right. Yeah.
Also, because Smash has traditionally handled combos very badly anyway.
Right. But another thing, too, is that Smash does everything presentation-wise better in a different way anyway.
Yeah.
Again, I can go into a big, long dissertation on why Smash is the most intelligently designed fighting game in the history of the world, honestly.
That's because they based it on KOF.
Sure, okay. We'll go there.
I have to get my jabs in.
Okay.
The Sakura Terry reveal, Terry reveal is just one of the greatest things and greatest levels of vindication a KOF fan can ever have.
I mean, none of the things that I would talk about are in KOF, but anyways.
I'm just saying that like we're literally basically finding out Smash wouldn't have roll if not for KOF.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of hilarious.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, Smash does a lot of things right, and part of it is so funny that it's happenstance, because one of the greatest things about Smash is that it's not designed to be a competitive fighting game, and it just happened to work that way. The downside of this
is there, so
the downside of this is them actively rejecting the competitive aspect for a while.
Right, exactly.
Shout out to tripping.
Tripping is the yeah. I mean, you wanna trigger a Smash player and just talk about tripping, man. Oh goodness gracious.
I mean, you can also just say Bayonetta 3 times like it's fucking Candyman.
But yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, I could go on about Smash and why it's such a genius design for way too long. So
yeah.
But
I mean, we've talked about it before about Break the Targets being a tutorial, and it's fucking fantastic.
And before they scrubbed up Home Run Contest, it was a great tutorial tool. Now it's completely scrubbed up.
I mean, there's a reason why Melee is still held as like the pinnacle.
Right.
In a lot of regards.
Break the Targets. I mean, I'm sorry, Home Run Contest in Melee is just, it's so good. And then when they finally put the shield so you can't knock it off the platform and it just bounced, I was just like, you've ruined the whole entire thing, dude. So
not because you want big numbers, not to actually be rewarded.
You want the punish counter in Tekken. I mean, the nice thing about it is, the certain ones that at least launch, they get the cool zoom in and stuff like that on counter hits. On counter hits, they get those. So but yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, I know a lot of Tekken players are like, oh, but that's kind of the charm of the game. You have to learn and you have to read when it's a punish and all this stuff. But I'm just like, at this point, like, I get it. And I don't want to change that aspect. But from a viewer standpoint, we've got to start putting more in the game for people to process and see. And they did a great job in 7 because all of the zoom ins, slow-mos, the black and white on the trades, the slow-mo, of course, is like the best thing ever.
Yeah, you don't even have to know what the hell's going on to be like, that's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, it just creates moments. I mean, there's so many clips of people on streams just being like, "Wah!" Like when the slow-mo happens, and yeah, we can't read a goddamn thing because we have 2 cats now, basically telling us that we can just not read the chat. So
yeah, I mean, the thing is that doesn't improve readability for the audience unless they're Tekken players. Like, to just change like the hit spark colors.
Oh yeah.
There really needs to be like a viewer mode or like training support mode that like I mean, I wouldn't mind if I just had it as like basically the traditional 2D fighting game shit on screen and it appears on my screen because I turned that option on, but you're a Tekken player, you leave that shit off, you know what's going on, you don't care. And that way I can also learn, like, if I got a punish on that move, now I know for future that that's a punishable move, not that you didn't block it.
Well, now, to be fair, the replay mode in Tekken 8, have you heard about that thing?
Well, but replay mode and doing it while I'm playing
Yeah.
Because also, though, if you add that mode, then you can have that on the stream station.
Yeah, so that's the tough part, is that a lot of stream stations are just streaming the same, you know, output that's coming out of the console. You would have to do an online thing to have the viewer mode and stuff like that. It would work for online tournaments. It wouldn't work for the offline tournaments. But you know,
also, if I'm paying to travel to Frosty Faustings to play Tekken, I probably know what's going on.
Right. And there's compromises too, right? Like, let's say you wanted to be able to show the counter hit message without having, because, like, honestly, when you play Street Fighter, you confirm counter hits by looking for the message. Right? You're actually looking at that corner of the screen, and if you see a message pop up, then you can counter hit confirm, right? And a lot of people don't want that in Tekken, right? Tekken players don't want that. It's a very simple thing to do. It's just that you hit, and then the counter message goes, counter. Like, delay it by like half a second, and then have it come out. No one's going to be able to react to it, or have it fade in very subtly. You know, then you could have the message for the audience, but people can't confirm off of it, right? There's a lot of ways that you can do that.
Bearing in mind that this only matters based on your game, because counter hits in KOF don't add frame data.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So it varies from game to game.
Right. You know, Tekken counter hit's very important, right? Yeah, I mean, you just get new combos off of that and stuff. So it's very important. But yeah, like I said, there's creative ways to do it, and I think that's one thing that that's the next thing that Harada needs to get by, because right now Tekken 8 has all the frame data. We didn't have to pay money for it, right? And two, the replay will...
It's because you bought it last game, so it's like investment. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, it's grandfathered in. But if you watch your replay, one, it's got replay takeover, which is fantastic. And two, it'll actually tell you, like, you could have ducked this move, or you're not punishing this. This is punishable. Like, it'll actually, like, try to teach you while you're watching the replay. So I think that's actually really cool.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna say, like, I really would love for Fatal Fury to have that feature, but I also am like, I don't know if Fatal Fury is gonna be crazy enough to need it. I really wish KOF had replay takeover.
Yeah, I mean, counter hit in Tekken, I mean, it depends on the move, right? Like, some moves, when you counter hit, you just get a completely different reel and all
welcome
that
to
stuff.
Thunderdome.
Right, yeah, but I mean, like, I know King, for example, had, like, a counter hit on, what was it? I think it was on 2-1, and if it counter hits, then you get a 1-1-2 combo afterwards or something like that, and that's a little more subtle kind of thing like that, so... would you guys like to see an arcade atmosphere in the next KOF, like a battle hub, essentially? I mean, I would just like to see anything, honestly, in KOF. And again, this is not a down to KOF thing. This has been a problem that all the fighting games have had. And Street Fighter 6, I feel like, kind of, like, was like, look what we did, and everybody has to kind of...
Street Fighter 6 did for lobbies what Rollback Netcode did for everything else.
Yeah, I mean, the fact
like we like what Stride did to Rollback. It's like, hey, look.
Right.
And everyone's like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, a replay system is big money. But look, everything that we suggest that SNK needs to do for KOF, we know they're limited by budget, and that's the hardest thing,
I mean,
right?
budget... time.
Costumes aren't that, and they give you budget. Costumes give you budget. Anyways, had to throw it in there. We're back after a few weeks. We have to mention costumes one time. But
I mean, that being said, seriously, if Fatal Fury doesn't have costumes, I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, stages, right? I mean, KOF is known to have the awesome stages, and there's really not a ton of stages in KOF.
I need you to bear in mind exactly what you just said.
What?
The KOF and stages.
What's that?
Because that's going to be part of a conversation I want to have in a moment.
Oh, okay.
It's my next point I need to make.
Okay. But, yeah, I mean, I do think Tekken needs to add a little bit more for viewability purposes. So, I mean, again, everybody hated the counter message in Guilty Gear Strive. And I love that shit right now. And again, like, it's hype.
I mean, the thing is, I don't understand how people hated it unless they were just looking at, like, a still image, like, that seems loud. When I first saw it, I was like, ha!
Yeah.
Buttons.
Yeah. I mean, even the wall break thing originally people didn't like, but I kind of like the wall break thing too. Even in Street Fighter 6,
I'm still mixed about the wall breaks, to be honest.
the nice thing about it is they always give it's a punctuation point. This kind of goes back to the Smash Brothers thing that I was talking about. It gives you punctuation points, right? Like it's like a reward, back to neutral kind of thing, and that's really good for the game. For example, like the drive impact thing, right? The counter drive impact. How many times have we seen it? But every time you see it, the commentators are always like, "Oh, he got the counter!" You know, like it gives you
the old man has reactions.
Yeah, it gives you something to be hype about. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what that's kind of how I see it. That it helps. So yeah.
Yeah. Also, on the regard that like the 14 costumes didn't sell that well. I mean, I don't know about that because I definitely bought about half of them because the other half sucked.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like, the thing is also, like, 14's overall sales were middling.
Right. I was just about to say that. So we can't use 14 as that. I mean, that's again, the game didn't sell well.
I mean, it sold fine.
Right, yeah.
But, like, because it's also, like, they walked in not expecting the best.
Right, yeah.
They dramatically exceeded their own expectations, would help them make, like, Samurai Showdown.
Right, yeah.
But, a KOF game selling great is something that would be canceled by Capcom.
Right, yeah. Fair. But, yeah. Presentability in fighting games is important. Mm-hmm. I mean, I honestly said that was the thing that was the weakest about Street Fighter V. And you can tell, I don't know if it was because they were listening to me or what, but I mean, even in the last patch for Street Fighter V, the definitive patch that they came out with, they added
the camera dynamics.
Yeah, they added a few more zoom-ins. They added harder camera shakes on big hits and stuff like that. I mean, me and my friend Derek Daniels, we used to non-stop talk about how in Street Fighter 4, when T-Hawk grabbed you with a spinning pile driver, when his hand grabbed your head, it changed the camera angle and the screen shook when he grabbed your head. And it just felt so good when he got you because it was disruptive.
And it's kind of got the double whammy if you compare that to Abel's throws. Abel's throws were really kind of rough.
Yeah, exactly. Which, again, might be the difference between who was animating it. And, again, I always feel like you could probably tell that Dhalsim and Blanca were the first two characters that they created models for in 4 because they looked really bad compared to a lot of the other characters. So, but yeah, so, presentability I think is really important.
I mean, I still talk a lot with basically everyone I talk to ever at all times. We all universally agree that, yeah, CVS2 is a really good game, but CVS1's presentation was way better.
It's funny because, like, CVS1's presentation was really dirty. And there is an appeal to that, right? There is a very strong appeal to that.
Yeah, it's that it's like kind of gritty, but it's clean in weird ways. Like, I love the fucking arrows going all over the fucking place and shit. Dude, when player 2 puts in a fucking quarter and they play the character select music backwards, like, yes.
Did they? I don't
part of the tone is actually backwards.
I don't even remember that.
And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean...
Morrigan has her own set of problems.
That's a different character. That's a different issue. Yeah,
that was literally a meme then. All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, CVS1 was interesting. There was a very griminess to it. Because even, like, the artwork didn't look like it was in full, like, HD quality, you know? Like, the characters...
And actual stage intros.
Yeah.
Kitty right now would be screaming, "The Dragon's Eye,"
Dude,
you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and then
that's so sick.
The little car, car driving game that crashes. And even that one stage with the shadow from the final fight
stage.
Yeah.
The final fight stage with the actual silhouettes of characters and shit.
In the background was so good. Yeah.
Even the lame, boring stages were awesome.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. But, I mean...
And then CVS2 is like, here's Leona on a truck.
I mean, honestly, you could tell CVS2 probably just didn't have the budget that they wanted, honestly. But CVS2 did give us tuna with bacon, so,
tuna with bacon, which, oh man, did I tell you I found the deep lore of that song?
No.
I got the original song, like, sound samples
Are you serious? Whoa.
I'll show you those later.
Okay.
I got the original sound samples for like all the vocals in Tuna with Bacon.
So it's all samples. It wasn't recorded for the song then, huh?
Not
Oh
even
my
close.
god. Okay,
Not
that
even
actually
close.
makes sense now that you mention it. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's amusing. But yeah, it gave us Tuna with Bacon. It gave Maximilian Rock Howard.
Yeah, that's true.
It gave everyone.
But
Rock
I mean,
Howard.
to be fair, I mean, again, like Capcom biases, I still think CVS2 has some of the best presentations of a lot of those SNK characters. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that they still.
I think that's absolutely fair.
Okay.
But it's also like it is worth noting that that hardware was a generation or two ahead of the Neo Geo.
Oh, yeah.
And it took SNK, like for example, Vice. How long did it take for SNK to make a new Vice?
Right, yeah. But I'm even saying, like, obviously 13 is the pinnacle of, KOF design for
That's
a
what I'm
lot of
told.
people. For a lot of people. And I still think, like, CVS2, actually, some of the characters look cleaner and sharper, honestly.
CVS2 might be the best king, period.
Yeah, Like,
gonna say
I
it.
also like CVS2 Kim Capwan. I even really like CVS2 Iori, to be honest with you. Like, I still think his fireball pose looks really sick.
Pretty crispy, yeah.
Yeah, so. But they all were not top tier. Like, for some reason, I mean, it's probably because Capcom.
There's literally like 5 playable SNK characters in
but-
that whole roster.
I mean, the thing about it is, honestly, the reason probably is because Capcom knows their own characters, so they understand how to balance them. And for the SNK characters, they were probably like, would this be too strong? You know?
I mean, they also had to like make some weird adjustments, converting them to 6 buttons.
Yeah, exactly.
And some characters worked better than others, and I also wonder how much politics was in it. Like putting Vice in alone felt kind of weird.
Right, yeah.
Cheng and Choi as one character felt kind of weird. Omitting Leona felt like kind of a weird decision.
That was a weird one. Like she's like a
She was too popular by that point.
Right.
Like, for her to be relegated to a CVS2 cameo.
Right, yeah.
Felt really
It's
weird.
But no Akari Warriors in there too, yeah. But
Well, I mean, SNK's grappler is fucking Raiden.
yeah. I mean, CVS1, like, there's definitely things about it that that are better than CVS2, but the CVS1 ratio system was way too limiting, and honestly,
Well, that's why I mean. You play the home version,
right? And also, like, it's funny because even though I'm kind of at fault for this, but 4:1 versus 4:1, like, if that never happens again, like, I will be the happiest person in the world, because nobody did it at the first and second Southern Hills Golfland tournaments, and I got second place at both of those using 4:1.
Yeah, you ruined CVS1's meta.
Yeah,
I know.
That was like my favorite, because they were also my favorite characters. But the thing is, if you just went on a roll, it didn't matter how little damage you did or how much damage you took. You just won anyway. So it was great. So yeah. But in any case, that's CVS. So.
Also, okay, now I'm going to say in the defense of that one, Dweebenheimer, converting K-Dash to 6 buttons in that time would have been a way bigger undertaking than just making Rock Howard.
Yeah.
But there also might have been like a promotion intent, especially with the fact that this was concurrent with SNK going bankrupt.
Oh, Jasmine is being adorable right now. She's being so cute. Oh my god. What would you wanted to say about stages?
So, as you may know, I am currently going to school. And so I'm currently in a Western art history class.
Whoa.
And
okay.
I'm loving it.
Uh-huh.
And we've been getting some like cool assignments and talking about things. And oh, hi, Kitty.
Oh, whoa. Was she here the whole time?
I have no idea. And so I'm gonna ask you to open up a browser real quick.
Okay.
So one of the things we do in the class is every week we have at least one set of images. We pick one, we talk about it, we relate it to current modern culture. And we talked about it in class, and we talked about it as a homework assignment. So I picked from the list the Courtyard of the Lions in Spain.
Oh, okay.
It's a very famous location. And most people might know what I'm talking about already.
Yeah,
yeah, you might recognize this place.
Right.
Yeah, it might look a little familiar to you. That one was perfect. The third picture.
This one here.
Yeah. That might look a little familiar. I don't know.
Oh, this is a good one right here.
That's
too.
perfect. If you're tuning in, this might look kind of familiar to you. And so I told my art history teacher about it. He's like, "This is the greatest fucking thing ever. What the hell?" And
well, you told him about the KOF part of it?
Yeah, so I explicitly told him about KOF 98 using real locations. He's like, "This is fucking awesome." And so I got to do the homework assignment. I just fucking threw that shit in. I was like, hell yeah, we're talking about the Courtyard Alliance. We're going to talk about KOF. So yes, I explicitly used KOF in my homework.
That's
it was
awesome, dude. That's so awesome.
And so the other day I stayed a little after class, was talking to my teacher. I was like, so what's going on? He's like, dude, I fell down the deepest, like, KOF rabbit holes just looking at these fucking stages. Shit's so cool. Because he's like, I know a lot of these locations because he's a fucking, like, archaeologist, art history teacher, and architect. He's like this multifaceted, but so he fell down the deepest rabbit hole and he loves, like, looking at this shit. And then so it's like, even some of them that aren't real locations, there's still a lot of great shit. He's like, really? So I showed him the 99 Rain stage. And like, so I am basically converting him into a KOF fan with art.
Dude, it's so cool when, like, I mean, the thing about it is, like, when you're in school, people forget to tell you that your teachers are humans, and stuff. I mean, this story reminds me a lot of something my brother did because he majored in statistics, and because he was told biostatistics was this field where you can make lots of money, and that definitely did not pan out in the way that it should have. But he was doing all the statistics stuff. So for one class, they were asked to do like a statistics distribution or something like that. And so he actually recorded data on Setzer's fixed dice in Final Fantasy VI, which was, it did damage based on the number that it rolled and stuff like that. So he just had like this whole sample size and he did all this stuff, and his teacher loved it. Yeah. He loved it, dude. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, one thing was really funny is we were looking at like KOF 98 screenshots, and he saw Ryo for the first time, and he's like, why does that dude look like a Street Fighter ripoff? That dude just like Ryu and Ken, and I was like, "Oh, we're having this chat now." So I gave him the whole story of like art of fighting and the friendly rivalry. And he's like, "So everyone's cool, yeah." And then so with that, then he's like, I've got to worry about some of these other real locations in other games. I was like, so I showed him Street Fighter Alpha's Great Wall stage, and I showed him KOF 14's Great Wall stage, and he's like, "Oh wow!" Like. And he started talking about the current state of the Great Wall and seeing like which one is more accurate and which one is more fanciful. And he's like, this is fucking remarkable. And he just loves this shit now. So now he's like obsessed with looking at fighting game stages. That's so funny, dude. Oh, that's so funny. I mean, there was also, this has nothing to do with video games, but like in junior high, in my, it was a social studies history class, whatever, we were studying everything, and a weekly homework assignment was literally, here's 20 terms and just describe them. So it'd be like Franklin D. Roosevelt in this time, this situation, write down, so you just had to go and figure out what they were, like the name of a bill or whatever like that. And I just fucking turned it into a comedy routine. Like, I just started telling jokes. Like, I was talking about Franklin D. Roosevelt. Like, he was like, he always looked up to people. He looked up to people because he was in a wheelchair. And so he literally had to look up at people. And, like, I was always doing that. And my social studies teacher loved it so much. He said that when he would grade the papers, whenever he ran into mine... Jasmine just killed Kenso.
Yeah, she really did. What did she... Dude... So, okay, but let me finish the first story. Like, he said that every time he ran into my sheet, he would put it at the bottom of the pile. And he would save it until the very end.
That was like his dessert?
Yeah, He would actually just save it to the end and just, like, read that one and just be entertained. Like, it was great, dude. It was great. But, dude, so Jasmine killing Kenso. I don't even know where Kenso went.
All right, hang on. You can start your next story. I'm going to go spelunking.
Okay, Oh, I see him. I see him.
Good.
So, Jason, the last time he was over, showed me the making of Karateka. Are you okay?
That was my knee on the table.
Oh, Jesus.
Leg.
Okay. So there's a game that came out called The Making of Karateka recently. You know that game, right? It's like it's like the guy who made Prince of Persia's game before that.
Okay.
So it's just this kung fu game where you just go and come down and you just fight
Karateka?
people. Yeah, Karateka, yeah.
Karateka. I was like, the fuck are you talking?
That's how they pronounced it in the thing, but they even had a chapter where they were talking about how nobody knows how to pronounce it because there's like 700 different pronunciations of that game.
But technically it should be like literally a karate user.
Yes, and they were saying that would be the correct pronunciation, but even the creator was calling it Karateka. But
Ryu.
Yeah, but the cool thing about it was it's fascinating, the making of, because it's actually a game where you sit there and read and go through menus, and everything that he's made, even beta versions of Karateka, are playable in the game. He has the original video footage of his dad climbing a car and all this stuff like that, right? And it was really funny. So we're sitting there playing. So do you remember at the very beginning, the bad guy sends the girl?
I've never played it.
Okay. So one of the scenes is that he sends your girl that you're trying to rescue into the dungeon, and she stands there after he locks the door, and she collapses on the floor in despair, right? And this is just one of those moments that I'm so mad I was not filming at the time. Jasmine jumped onto the table right in front of the TV and was just standing there looking at the girl. And then she clawed her, and then the girl fell. Like, it was the perfect timing. Me and Jason were dying. It was the funniest thing. I just wish I had filmed it because that shit would have went viral, dude. Like the cat that slam dunked the guy in Tekken, right? Did you see that one?
I've seen a few, yeah.
I'm actually really, really sad about that. So, oh, man. I really wish I had recorded that because she was just looking at it, and the girl's just standing there, and then Jasmine just went like that, and then she just went to the floor. It was great.
So, with that in mind, I was watching AGDQ, and I think it was Tunic. It might have been Tunic. It was one of the other games.
Okay.
They had this I don't know, maybe it wasn't Tunic. Oh, it was one of the games. Anyways, they no, it was Tunic. There's this weird Easter egg where you can die in a checkpoint where you're supposed to be invincible during a tutorial.
Okay.
And if you do that, it actually warps you to a secret area of the game where you play the prototype of the game.
Oh, how funny. Okay.
And it shows the original character design from the first time the game was ever revealed and all that stuff. It's really cool.
God, there's another thing that I kind of remember. Oh, I think Celeste has something that you could actually activate and play some of their original prototypes too, or something like that. So, yeah.
Actually, with that, I still remember. I just wanted to give one more big shout out to the team at Celeste for just releasing the source code for their character movement.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 years ago, they just literally said, you know what, fuck it, here you guys go. And it was the entire code for every element of movement for the character in Celeste.
Oh my god. You still haven't played that game yet, right? I mean, honestly, controlling that game, and because it's 2D, it was just that game was the most... it just flowed for me.
Yeah.
It just worked. So,
yeah,
I mean,
no, it's on the to-do list eventually.
Because, Celeste was one of those games that you reach a room and you see what you're supposed to do, and you're like, fuck me, basically. You gotta jump and do this. But the beautiful thing about it is, a lot of those rooms, you can do it on your first try. Because the game was so fluid and it made sense, and even though it would be one of those things that you would do it on the first try, but if you tried to beat it again, it took you 7 tries. But the first time, you were just so locked in that it worked. You know,
beginning to believe.
Yeah, no, honestly, being one of the being the greatest 2D platform of all time. Arguable for sure, you know what I mean?
At least it has the race. It has a foot in the race.
I haven't been that impressed with a video game like that in a long time. I mean, that game was...
It's on the to-do list.
Yeah, I was really, really happy with that game, so...
All right.
All right.
I'm going to ask you to open up the Twitter DMs I sent you, because I have one more link for things we want to show off and talk about real quick.
Yes, which is this thing, right?
Yeah, well, you can actually open up both, but that one's the first one.
Oh, okay.
Because they're both the...
I see,
yeah. One's the official link, and then one is an affiliate that's also selling it, but they have different production photos.
Right.
Those are the same link.
Oh, did I do the same link?
Yeah,
oh, is it this one?
Higher more. That one.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay. Gotcha,
There we go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Wait, are those?
Yeah, re-release Kadelka. Hell yeah.
Which one?
A really obscure SNK older RPG
whoa.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, let's take a look at this.
Sure. Hang on. Let's do this. Okay.
So Storm Collectibles just announced K-Dash. Actually, let's look at the official one first.
Oh, okay. This one here. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Jasmine is walking in front of my keyboard here.
Look at this man.
Oh, that's nice, actually. As a person who doesn't care about K-Dash, that's nice,
Yeah.
actually. That's really nice.
Yeah, and so the
he's
reason,
a handsome guy in this.
dude.
In this
So
model.
the reason I said bring up both is because you need to see the. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. You need to see the other link also has different photos, and some of those are even better.
Oh, okay.
So
hang on
yeah.
a second. Let me just put this over here. Okay.
So yeah, let's look at these. And it talks about he's got his other hands, 3 heads. So I guess one with the shades, one without.
I mean, 3 heads is better than 1.
Yeah.
Right? So,
And then a spare pair of sunglasses so he can throw them at people.
and then these ones.
Yeah.
Here, right? Okay.
God, he looks good.
That is nice, dude. It's really nice.
Look at them titties.
Don't go into this conversation, please. Don't go into man boobs right now, dude. I've had enough talking about man boobs in the last 2 days, dude. Jesus fucking Christ! Do not talk about the sexualization of women in fighting games.
Post-Tekken stressful discourse.
Yeah, if you want, I forgot. If you don't want the fucking Gamergate leftover people coming after you, dude. Jesus Christ.
Kazuya titties.
Jesus. Boy, people get up in their feelings about that, man. Holy crap. Good God.
Anyway, God, he looks fucking fantastic though. He's got some cool fire.
Honestly, if you want to see that worst part of that internet, just go find my thread and look at all the replies, dude. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Holy crap.
So anyways, if you're a big fan of K-Dash, you might want to evaluate this. Also, finding out Storm has the O2UM license.
Oh, yeah.
Is, that could lead to some conversations. That means that Nameless is not off the table, for those of you interested.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That means Mei Li is not off the table.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of characters that, OTUM opens up the possibility.
So is that just a hand that you can slide the glasses in, probably, then?
Probably.
One of the hands that you can put in there, right?
Yeah, probably.
Cause,
yeah, he comes with 6 extra hands.
Look at all these hands, dude.
6 extra hands, 2 fires, extra shades. Yeah, let's take a look at this.
It's funny because they literally look like sprites.
Oh, so the shades aren't extra. They fit on his head, so you have to pull the hair off, maybe?
I think you probably just slide them on, actually.
I don't know if that, but yeah, and then yeah. Oh, 6 pairs of hands.
Yeah, because
not 6 extra hands, 6 pairs.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Nice.
Shot.
Oh, there you go. But so Kitty also sent us something over here.
Yeah.
That is
our friends over at Spec Fiction are definitely carrying some items that people may be interested in.
Why is that not working?
Oh, Seiryu.
Is this not the right one, right?
Oh, that's a different link entirely.
What? How did? Oh,
but
no,
that's fine. That's another link.
I clicked on the.
No, that link's dope too, though.
Right, but I think I accidentally clicked on Lurker Spine's link, thinking that was Kitty.
Well, let's talk about lurkers as well.
Okay,
but
yeah. Okay, so let's get this one.
Kitty is not on location at the moment. Yeah. That's why she's in chat. Yeah. Okay, so first off, Spec Fiction, our friends over there, are carrying the new Heroines Athena 1/2 scale.
Are you serious? So not quite as tall as the My one, but half the size.
But twice the size of my largest Mary.
Right.
That is a big goddamn Athena.
Jesus. Okay.
Approximately 3 feet tall.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here you go. There's the picture.
2.5. 2.5. Maybe 3 with the base.
Right.
What is that? I can't see the number.
Where's the number? Oh, 95 centimeters.
95 centimeters. I'm terrible with cm to inches.
95 cm to inches is that's not
37 inches.
37, so it's 3 feet tall.
Over 3 feet tall.
Yeah, over 3 feet tall. There you go. So,
whoo.
Yeah. So there you go. So Athena Asmia.
Who's the sculpting company?
Infinity.
I'm
Studio?
not terribly familiar with them. I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game. Edition size, only 199 of them.
Yeah, but I mean,
which actually is a pretty reasonable amount for there being, for it being half scale.
Yeah, but again, obviously, if you have the
$1,000 to throw around for Athena.
If you love Athena,
also fabric clothing.
Oh dang! Okay.
That looks like fabric.
Yeah, you're right. It does. It does.
Oh, and there's an alternate color?
Is there?
Oh, yeah, right there. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
The alternate color is actually way cuter.
You like the white one?
I do.
It's funny because obviously blue is my favorite color, and I don't know, I kind of like...
You still like the way the other one pops.
Yeah, the
That's
original
fair.
one. And again, it's OG.
Yeah.
Like, you remember that Cammy statue had the original color and the white and blue one, and it kills me to figure out which one I like more. So, yeah.
Well, the thing is, they have to advertise it as heroines because that's where they got the license for it.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And then, of course, we've seen this one on the stream before. We talked about this one.
We talked about it artistically, but not for sale.
Oh, okay.
So after that artist did their work, apparently they must have actually said, you know what, fuck it, let's officially release this.
Oh, okay.
And so now they actually released a special variant of a Pixel Terry.
Yeah, and this is literally a statue.
Yeah.
But colored to look like a pixels like this.
Yeah,
so.
I still need to get the Duck King in this set, but...
Oh, there's a Duck King?
There is.
Oh,
and it has
man.
2 variants, and both of them determine how Peachon is posed.
Oh, dang.
I need it, but it's not in the cards at this very moment. I'm also waiting for a later gen Duck King figure to exist.
Again,
No, that is a figure painted to look like pixel art.
Alan's gonna yell at me because
That is not what we're looking for.
You probably saw my that is a
bottom
duck,
middle.
That is a duck flipping you off. Dude.
Perfect, but that's the one.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I want it.
My Google foo is not good. Investigation Cone, don't get mad at me.
Well, you have to remember the branding and everything.
Right. But wait, no, this is not a. Oh, it's not a pixel. It's
No.
not a pixel. It's just a statue.
Yeah,
okay.
it's just another figure in that line.
Okay.
But I want the ducky.
Yeah, sorry. That's what I thought it was. That you were talking. There's a pixel version
No.
of him.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm still waiting for modern Duck King to get a figure because I think he's just one of the. His design has improved so much over time.
I'm trying to find a picture of the duck. Why can't I find a picture of the bird?
That's
whatever. Oh, that's fine. But yeah, this is not a drawing. This is they painted it to look like.
Oh my god!
What?
Look how it is $400 for a limited edition run of it. Then
dang. Okay. Yeah.
were they fucking hand painted by the artist? What the fuck?
I don't know. How much was it originally?
I think there were only 100 or 200 tops.
Really? Okay.
No, Dolores does not have really any merch yet other than acrylics from, just the launch.
It's a collaboration with a studio and popular figure painting artist, Man, leading to the specific setting. I mean, yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
I wonder if there's a limited print run on it because 400, that's pretty steep.
Yeah, but there you go. That's this thing is sick, dude. It's really nice looking.
But anyway, so yeah, go check out Spec Fiction for the stuff they're gonna be carrying. Also, in the past week or two, Pop-Up Parade announced a My Shiranui, which means that Pop-Up Parade is finally starting a KOF line, which means
What have they done before?
Your Street Fighter 6 Collector's Edition figures.
Oh, those ones.
That
Okay,
brand.
that's that brand.
That's that
Yeah. Okay. Because they also just made like a Chun-Li, I think, as well.
They've made a Chun-Li, they made a Cammy. I think
Okay.
they just announced Jury for the Street Fighter side.
Oh, right.
But they're finally doing a KOF line. Of course, it's fucking my
I was
first
just,
because
I mean, like, it's cool. I mean, like, they made a my figure. I mean, it's
there's
so
not-
rare to have my,
there's not
right?
enough my Shiranui in the world.
Clearly. Yeah, no, the pop-up
Storm.
parade is the one that I kind of want to get some of them because they are affordable.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to get them when they come out,
Right,
Because
yeah.
resellers.
Yeah.
The action figures are from Storm Collectibles. Those are the ones that, like the K-Dash just
that
now.
we were looking at. Yeah.
But yeah, Pop-Up Parade. Pop-Up Parade is honestly what the Bishojo line used to be.
Right.
Because the Bishojo line used to be like $40.
Yeah, $50-$60. Now they're
They
like
they climbed to 50,
right.
60. They were
now they're
40
like
originally.
150 and 130. Because if they were still the original price, I probably would have got the Felicia.
Dude, if they had
from
just
that.
stayed at 80, I would have shut the hell up. But no.
Yeah. If they were like 50, 60, I probably would have just sprung for the Felicia at least. There was a new Felicia figure that I just saw recently, but it was like really expensive, obviously. So, but it looked really nice. So,
But yeah, like Pop-Up Parade has a bunch of figures that I wish I had scooped up at like any given time because now I don't want to hunt for them.
yeah, I mean, White Lens, those figures all around are costing now. Basically, because nerd culture is taking over, nerd culture prices have just gone ridiculous.
Well, and there's that, and then everything with China exporting.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Plus,
yeah.
we're still dealing with like the after effects of COVID,
Right.
and so it's fucked everything.
Right.
So yeah, just everything's a factor. But no, I mean,
Do you see how smart Jasmine is? If one of my hands is hidden, she stays. And as soon as the other hand shows up, she knows I'm going to think about picking her up, and she runs away, dude.
yeah. So one thing, for example, so I have the Storm Collectibles Mary. Surprising no one. I had it on pre-order. It was approximately 6 months late, and I eventually ended up canceling it because in the meantime, my friend went to Japan and bought it there for less than the total price tag anyway.
Right, yeah,
Meaning, yes, sometimes it's easier to just fly to Japan and buy it there than it is to actually
Right.
buy it and deal with shipping it to get it here.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Figures are about as expensive or like a little cheaper
They just
because
get-
also exchange rate matters.
Right. They just get inflated by the shipping, basically. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually like getting the MSRP.
Right,
And
right.
America, you can't actually get MSRP for anything anymore.
Oh, this stuff here.
Yeah, I was debating if we should pop that up, but I guess we should. Oh, is that the Tokyo store? Oh, it actually is the Osaka store. Oh shit.
Okay.
So if you don't know, Bam Bam Game Monster, they're in the middle of the huge Samurai Showdown collab, which
Yes,
is fucking
yeah.
excellent. But apparently they're also bringing out the pixel artists' work. So that's their avatar,
Oh, okay.
giant paintbrush and stuff.
Gotcha. That's not female Terry then, right?
I mean,
So-
no, but yes, but no.
okay.
And then Pixel Terry as an acrylic stand.
Gotcha.
Shirt of the artist avatar
Right.
thing.
And a
Picture.
photo.
A
Man,
framed
that's
picture
cool.
of the Pixel Terry.
That's cool. Okay.
Oh, is the you got the literal photo of her because she was doing a signing there, right?
Yeah, look at this.
That's the pixel painter.
That's, oh, wow. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Also, shout out to the choice of scrolls in the background or whatever type because it's not a scroll, but it's
Right.
it's not a tarp.
3 pro tags and
Banner.
Iori.
We'll go with a
right?
banner.
3 pro tags and Iori just chilling here. How did he get here?
Yuri's a pro tag.
Nowadays, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so you know, Bam Bam's still doing crazy shit. Like the Sam Show collab's fucking awesome, and I wish I was there to buy all the Darly things, and probably a few Iroha things. So just go check out BBGM Osaka. I think that's about it for the day. So, let's see. We will be doing a 3rd anniversary show one of these days. And then announcement of an announcement is that I will finally be working on another Professor Olaf presentation very soon.
It's been a while.
And this is one I'm literally a year and a half overdue on.
Oh, really?
I've been wanting to do it for a while. I'm just going to suck it up and do it. Do I think KOF's in a good state right now? Yes.
I mean, most people have said this is the most balanced KOF 15 has been. Like,
this is the most balanced most fighting games have been, honestly.
Yeah,
we got to suck it up that, like, Isla is really good and this, that, and then a couple of unplayable characters. But grand scheme of things, like, almost everyone's perfectly viable.
I mean, to be fair, what you said really does just apply to fighting games. Because most fighting games are pretty
we're in a
nicely balanced.
We're in a good state right now.
We're all eating good.
This is the best fighting games as a grand average have been balanced ever.
The only things that are missing right now, honestly, from the entirety of the FGC is rollback Marvel 3, rollback USF 4.
And a re-release of KOF 11 in some capacity.
Yes, okay, fair. Yes. It's funny because, like, a lot of the KOF, like, SNK official tweets, I see people yelling for KOF 11 a lot, actually.
Well, I mean, it's been stated. It is the most competitive KOF that's never been re-released.
Right.
You know, we got the 97 global match, we got 13 global match, 02 UM with rollback. KOF 11 gets played.
Right.
And it is never re-released after PS2.
Right. And it, like I said, it's really interesting that it has the ability, I feel like, to catch a lot of new people because they'll be like, yo, this is actually a tag fighter, you know?
Yeah,
like,
this game is bullshit. Let's go.
Yeah, and people kind of like that stuff, so.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I would settle for like an 11 global match, but I definitely would prefer like an 11 UM. Because you can add in a few more characters and tweak
What do you mean
balance.
about the language barrier shenanigans? One of these days, I mean, we should go through all the comments that were on my video and stuff about.
Oh yeah,
yeah, what people said.
Which I mean, I think we suggested doing that on your show instead of on here because it was part of the Tuesday.
It's true, but I mean, it can go either way. To be honest with you, so it'll be an interesting thing to talk about. So. Oh, a lot of the videos for learning the game are in English. Gotcha.
So the thing is that there's a lot of videos from non-English speakers that they actually put English subtitles on screen. They've actually gotten a lot better about it over time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Plus, especially like older KOFs, like and especially 11 players know their kind of niche. So there is a really good international community. Like, I mean, I've talked about, like, you know, talking to the dudes in Germany who communicate with the dudes in Japan, and everyone just talks and plays fucking games. Salvacoro went to Germany to play with those guys in their home turf.
Oh, yeah, for sure some of the answers were, I mean, it's YouTube comments, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get some horrible comments in there, but, you know, again,
maybe we could do that thing like they do on, like, what is it, Conan, where they just read the social media replies.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? So some of them are garbage, but again, like, look at them, find the truth to them, and understand that some people are, like, the internet just makes people assholes, so, you know.
John Gabriel's greater internet fuckwad theory. A normal person plus an audience plus anonymity equals total fuckwad.
Yeah, I mean, I literally called someone out on that in that stupid thread that I had because I was just like, I'm trying to, like, I should not have given that guy that much time to talk to. But I was trying to talk to him like a normal human being. And at one point I was like, can you just, like, fucking talk to me like we're face to face and not being an asshole over the internet? You know, because if not, we're done. You know, there's nothing to talk about here. So. Yeah. It's really sad.
I really need to just have the greater internet fuckwad.
I mean, one guy actually was even trying to make fun of me, and he called me Oriental, right? And so I was like, oh, okay, now we're bringing out the racism, right? And the dude was like, where's the racism? Like, if you show me, I'll delete it, right? Whatever. And I was like, oh, Oriental's considered derogatory these days. He's like, it is? And we started having a conversation about it, and he was like, I actually appreciate you, like, talking to me so calmly about this. And at the end, I was like, yeah, I don't think you meant it to be racist at all, so I retract my racism comments.
Okay, do me a favor.
You can have people talk normally sometimes.
Okay,
so.
Twitter DM. Twitter DM. This is the most important thing that that's ever been posted on the internet.
Because, this one? Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
20 years old or more at this point.
Yep. Yep. Everybody knows about this thing here.
Yeah, and I think at this point they need to re-release it, but remove theory and call it law. So we're almost 20 years because it's originally from Unreal 2004, apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's that one, and then there was an XKCD, another XKCD. Yeah,
I'm in XKCD.
Right. Yeah, that one. That's the other one. That's like one of the most famous ones right here. So, yeah. This is another one of the greatest comics too. So, this is what someone is wrong on the internet, But
I mean, then again, that's how I feel every time I see someone write the word Leopold. So.
Fair enough. My favorite character is good old Leopold. You get Arthur Fist meme shows up, you know.
I'm gonna write an article about how cool the character is, Leopold Gannett. Stop right there.
Right. But yep, this is definitely this is one of the most important things in the world right here. So, also.
Yeah, I just think we need
2 + 3 = cats.
Yes.
Okay.
I just think that people really need to really sit down and understand that going to a wiki does not make you right.
Right.
We just need to start right there. The amount of things that I have seen on wikis that are just fucking wrong, copy pasted from other wikis,
right?
Because God forbid you do any research, and leading to me finding the origin of weird shit. Where did this thing come from? What's the first time this was written? What is this? And yeah. Going to a wiki does not make you right.
I mean, again, Wikipedia obviously is the most moderated and most trustable source about that. And for most topics that have no controversy regarding them, you can get accurate information. But there is the possibility, because it is all user-generated, that there is a small probability that what you're reading could be incorrect.
Yeah. Basically, it's one of those things if something is accurately cited, then, it's probably fine.
Right.
But if someone is just writing about, the biography of a fictional character and they're just spouting shit out, you don't necessarily trust them at will.
Right, yeah. I mean, there is always the potential...
Also, the no harm done there.
Okay.
Because Pat's a homie anyway.
Oh, like Pat the Flip?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, again, Wikipedia is still just user-generated. Now, most of what makes it great is that there is an expert in every field possible, and so the right people writing the right Wikipedia articles. And like I said, because most things have no contention, then the person writing it will just be able to write facts in there, and people will correct it and whatever, as wikis do. But if you ever get into any sort of contentious thing, then
contentious thing or into fandoms.
Yes.
Because it's one of those things also, there's a big difference between Wikipedia and, a fandom wiki.
Oh, God, fandom, yeah.
Well, I mean, you're fucked because they bought everything else.
Right, exactly. They bought GameFAQs, right? Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I swear to God, I'm going to fucking scream anytime I read Marlene Ryan.
What's that?
What people think Blue Mary's name is?
Oh my God, really?
Marlene.
Oh my God, okay.
But it's regurgitated on 5 fucking wikis.
Oh God.
Not a single one source.
I'm gonna call her Blue Marlene from now on. So
yeah, actually, I mean, if there's ever a time where someone can cite a source on it, I'll suck that up. But until then, I mean, again, Leopold.
Right, but I was just thinking Blue Marlin now.
Hell yeah, fucking Sega Dreamcast fishing. Let's go.
So there's that's what it is. So she was called Blue Mary because it was a parody of Blue Marlin. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. By the way, also really fun side note, if you really want to get anal retentive. If you read the katakana for her name's Marie, not Mary.
Oh, really? Oh, whoa. Okay.
but they Romanized it when they wrote it, so we know it's Mary.
Right.
But yeah, the katakana technically reads as Marie.
Yeah, I mean, how many names have been messed up because the Japanese couldn't, do the localization properly?
Or whoever localized it just did whatever they wanted when it came over here.
Right. But I mean, like, Urian is Julian.
No, it's K prime. K dash is K prime
K
in America.
apostrophe. No, but I mean, like, Urian was supposed to be Julian. Rolento was supposed to be Laurent. And it's just, like, they were like, what the heck is Rolento? They're like, let's just call him Rolento then, so there it is, so, yeah. Oh, yeah, Marco being, but is...
Yeah, that's a whole
exactly
other
what you were
fucking
referring
can of
to.
Localizers doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you're making him a blaxploitation character, Kushnud's a dope fucking name.
Right, yeah.
The problem is that he's South African. Or South American.
Right,
not
yeah.
African.
I mean, it's just like early translations and fan translations of Bart's in Final Fantasy V was Butts. Like, a lot of people actually just called him Butts. So, but yeah, no, Julian was supposed to be Julian, but they just were like, what is this supposed to be?
Julian.
Yeah, let's just call him Urian.
Because also in some cultures, a J is pronounced as a U, as a Y.
Exactly.
U.
So yeah, he was supposed to be Julian.
I mean, I've told you about the guy I knew in my hometown that I worked in building furniture. His name was Jan, but it's spelled Jan.
Oh, yeah.
So eventually he just said fuck it and just started answering to Jan. But then he'd get a phone call like, hi, can I reach Jan? Yes, this is him. I thought I was going to be talking to a woman. I know.
I mean, one of our best grappler players from Texas is a guy named Jan, right?
Yeah.
So, it could be a male name for sure.
I mean, I still want to know if he actually is Jan, but at like
That's
age
right,
8, he got
yeah,
over it. He's like, fuck it, I'm Jan, it's fine.
I mean, I always love the fact that when we talk to Mono from Puerto Rico, the guy who runs First Attack, he always calls Fang's move Sotoha. He calls
Fair.
it Sotoha. And I was like, okay, I can see that, yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, man.
I think we've all said the urine joke at one point or another.
Oh yeah, of course. So, as soon as that name came out, everyone's like, why, what? Like, are you just...
So the thing is, I tried to figure it out, and I was like, wait, was he supposed to be like Orion?
God, now all that's doing is just making me think of... Oh, dude, the very first time we did the dog face show, oh my God, he had one segment on there. It is like...
I just did like the Matt Damon face, like,
Yeah.
oh God, wow.
Dude, he had one of the... I'll show it to you afterwards.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
I'll show it to you afterwards. So if I can find it in any case.
Now
so.
is probably not the time.
Yeah, now is not the time because I'm telling you, it has something to do with Urian. So like, we'll move on from there. So.
I think it's about that time.
Yeah, I think
so.
Matt Damon.
So yeah, 3 years. We will celebrate soon. I'm going to try to have
to
my
be
presentation.
Fair, second year, 2 years, right? We've completed 2 years now and starting our third year.
I mean, we're at 2 years with KOF, and is it year?
Wait, did
no.
we actually finish 3?
We're at 3 years because I saw SNKronize actually had its. You've been on Twitter for 3 years.
Jesus Christ! Okay.
Yeah, no, this is actually 3 years.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we were just starting the third year.
No, because we've had a year and a half, almost 2 years of KOF, and the whole year of the teaser and character reveals.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
So no, we're starting year 4.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. You know what's so funny? For playlists on the UltraChenTV channel, after David and Tubo left, I just kept doing it, and we had one playlist that's called season 11. And I just didn't even think about it, and I have never changed it, and I keep putting everything, like, all of season 12 is in there, Perfect. And now season 13 is going in there, but we're on 13. I'm starting 13 years of doing that podcast, dude. That's crazy.
Sick.
Oh, man. Do some matches. I would just have to practice again, but there's just too many fighting games to play right now, dude.
Yeah.
There's way too many goddamn fighting games to play right now.
I mean, we could just do something like throw in Art of Fighting 3. I don't know how to fucking play that game.
I mean, well, let's wait until a little after March, okay?
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, we have our celebrations coming up. I have a presentation coming up that I'll hopefully, get within a reasonable amount of time. And hopefully we'll have some, cool news to talk about and report on soon too, with, maybe something with Fatal Fury, maybe something with Metal Slug Tactics.
Yeah.
Metal Slug Tactics, where are you?
We were just at Button Mash. They had Metal Slug there, so I was playing a little Metal Slug.
Oh, finally.
So, yeah, it was kind of cool. So, yeah. I don't remember which Metal Slug it was, but yeah, it was.
I mean, that's fine. If you're not like watching it like a hawk, they all bleed together.
Yeah, I know, right?
To be honest.
Yeah. Okay, anyways. Anything else?
We need to figure out a song.
That's right. Should we just play Isla's music because she's winning everything? Or you actually don't like Isla's song very much?
Oh, I violently hate her song,
okay,
actually.
so forget that song.
I mean, we could do one of Dualon's songs because now he's playable.
That's true. What do you think here? Or what's the...
We're getting votes for Slum number 5, and I'm kind of fine with it.
Which one's that one?
It's the sports team.
Whoa, okay. Not for any particular reason, but...
Why not?
But just for, because...
Yeah, just do like the 98 Slum number 5.
98, oops.
KOF 98 Slum. It'll just come up pretty quickly, I'm sure.
Number 5. There we go. This one here?
Yeah, it'll do.
Okay, cool.
Or we could do the arranged one. The arranged one's fine.
Which one would you rather do? Let's just do the original.
Oh, original.
All right, cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. Actually, hang on a second. It's going to be an advertisement first, of course, as it is.
Hit originals.
Yeah, that's as it were. Okay, here we go. God, the cats are hungry. I hope you all heard that. He was facing the microphone, so... Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's do this. Take care, guys. We've got some hungry cats, so I'm going to feed some cats. Take care.